Beer and Benning in the morning.
What's up, Dave?
One, I don't trust Trev. And two, Scott, come on, man. You're an assistant coach. I've seen it. You can't take blame. Let me tell you, gang, we lost 6 Rangers in 1983 when we jumped into Grenada at 400 foot. 2 of those were my guys. Damn. You got to take responsibility.
For more, tune in every day to 1620 AM or go to 1620thezone.com. Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Cooler start Friday morning with temperatures in the 30s. Breezy and more mild in the afternoon. North wind gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour with highs in the upper 50s. I'm meteorologist Sean Everson from KETV News Watch 7.
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct, brought to you by a great friend of the program, Union Bank and Trust.
Why do our customers choose Dingman's Mechanical Repair?
I choose Dingman's Mechanical because I trust them and they give me such high quality service that I feel it's worth it to drive all the way from Valley.
For your next service, please visit us at Dingman's Mechanical, dingmansmechanical.com.
I get paid to spread holiday cheer.
You could earn extra cash this holiday season working at Omaha Steaks.
Right now, we're hiring for seasonal positions in our warehouse and mailroom, and we're also hiring truck drivers. And all positions come with a great employee discount that you can use all year long. To view available job openings and to apply online, go to omahasteaks.com/jobs or text steaks at 22633 to apply today.
It's beginning to look like a safe Christmas. Frontier Justice is fully stocked with gifts for mom, the kids, the dog, and of course, dad. Membership is the gift that gives all year long. No initiation fees, free range time for 365 days for you and a guest. Pair membership with a class, and your family will be ready to make the memories of a lifetime. The boutique offers a unique set of gift ideas for everyone. Frontier Justice, 82nd and Center. Online at frontier-justice.com. Faith, family, and freedom with Frontier Justice.
I'm Bo Starkle, founder of Wine, Beer, and Spirits. Located in Omaha, Lincoln, and Grand Island, our stores are up to 50,000 square feet. We have the biggest selection, great prices, a bar, and awesome staff. We are locally owned. If the pandemic taught us anything, it's the importance of supporting local. Keep supporting Wine, Beer, and Spirits. Keep supporting Nebraska.
Wine, Beer, and Spirits. In Lincoln at 27th and Kensington and Lincoln Crossing. In Grand Island on Allen Drive in the Eagle Run Shopping Center. Across from Oakview Mall in Omaha. And at winebeerandspirits.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Everyone for Omaha. The Omaha Mavericks hockey team is home this Friday and Saturday at Baxter Arena. Tickets are available for just $10. Get yours now at omavs.com/tix. Come out and support your Mavericks hockey team this weekend at Baxter Arena.
The hotline is powered by Lanahaw Nurseries, rooted in quality, unmatched value. This edition of Unsportsmanlike Conduct on 1620 The Zone is proudly presented by Union Bank and Trust. The program starts now.
KOZN. Unsportsmanlike Conduct on 1620 The Zone. Husker Athletics, Creighton, and yes, UNO. Don't miss a moment, they'll give you your fix. They're on every day from 2 until 6. Spend your afternoons with John, Josh, and Nick.
It's a One Beer Friday. I love beer. We're headed into a championship weekend.
It's the last weekend of the season.
No, it's not. There's still bowl games and
it's the
playoffs and stuff.
Last one.
Sportsmanlike conduct on 1620 The Zone. Husker Athletics, Creighton, and yes, UNO.
Da-na-na.
There's still NFL.
Dude, I know, but it's the last regular college football weekend of the...
Next week you got Army-Navy. After that, you'll have bowl games. And the weekend after that, you'll have bowl games.
Dude,
the weekend after that, you'll have bowl games. There's plenty of football
We'll
left.
talk about this next week, but you know how I feel about Army-Navy. It's like cool.
I know. You hate America.
No,
You're a communist.
No,
I get
it's just
it.
the game always sucks. It's a.
What do you mean? It's always a good game.
It's
It's got
never-
the pageantry.
No, okay, I love-
the option
I
football.
love-
Get used to it, folks. This is what Nebraska's going to be running next year.
I love all the stuff that surrounds the game. I just don't like the actual football that is played sometimes. It just can be ugly ball. It's okay
You
to
just
admit it.
watched Nebraska for the last 12
I know.
games.
I need a break from bad football.
okay.
I need a break. But tomorrow, it's why does it have to end so fast? Why? We look forward to it all year long. What are we now? 267 days
I don't know.
until next season? John.
Oh, well, you know what?
I know our seasons.
fine.
Blah, 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 blah,
We'll be
blah.
fine. Hello to everybody on the YouTube TV.
Hello.
Or the 1620 Zone TV on YouTube.
Yeah. That's
The,
where the OG
the Twitter.
listeners, the OG watchers are still going to the YouTube, which I appreciate. They're like, hey, oh, wow. Never mind. We have more viewers on Twitter right now. Never mind. Ignore what I was just about to say.
That's all right. That's
I
fine.
know. I love it. We have all these avenues, these ways for people to tune in and watch us.
And all the kids, all the young millennials on the Twitch.
The Youngs. Hello, Youngs.
Glad to have you with us.
Steven says, hey, guys.
Hey.
There you go. There we go. Look at that. Hey, Steven.
Hey, guys.
All right, cool. Thanks for watching us on this Friday.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Your lineup today powered by the Referees at John Higgins Weather Guard. Gary Dolphin, the voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes, joins us in about 7 minutes. Friday friend Chris Basnett, who is in Breckenridge.
Breckenridge.
Yeah, see, I tweeted him or I messaged him earlier today to see if he wanted to join us in the video stream. And he said, I'll probably have to do the phone because I'm in Breckenridge.
What?
I call it Brecky Ridge.
What? That was funny, Nick.
No, it
Thank you,
wasn't.
Josh.
That was funny.
No, it wasn't.
That was funny.
No, it wasn't. Kent
Yeah.
Wolgamont. Do we know, is you think Severe will actually join us?
Oh, I forgot to send him the invite. I'll shoot him a text.
Send him the
Yeah,
invite.
Yeah.
Because it'd be nice, for someone else to have seen it.
How funny would it be if Kent didn't get around to watching it either?
He watched it like
Well,
a
yeah,
while
he reviewed
ago.
it when it actually first came out.
Did you watch it?
No. Josh, okay. I
No.
got out of here
I don't
last
want-
night
no,
at 6:30.
I don't want your excuses. I don't want your excuses.
To get
You
to
had-
the
you
6:50
had
show, I'd have to speed.
Guys, you had 3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
And
I'm
I'm a
and I
procrastinator.
apologize. I screwed up.
Yeah.
I had forgotten about it until this week.
Yep.
And then you said, well, don't worry, it's still up until the end of the month.
Yep.
And I got home 20 minutes before the end of the month and it had been taken down. So I wonder if they took it down earlier than you thought.
I don't
Like
know.
maybe it came down.
I thought maybe it was the 27th. I don't know what it was.
And I wasn't expecting every other showing of it to be during the day when I'm at work. It's their fault, I tell you.
3 weeks, Nick. 3 weeks.
As you saw from, if you were watching along from one of our comments, we do have Creighton Iowa State basketball tickets for tomorrow night's game. And here's the cool thing.
What's the cool thing?
They're digital.
That's not cool for some. I like the paper.
Well, you may be able to print them out.
But
off
where's
your own
my
computer.
memento?
But
do
listen,
I
you don't have
scan
to. You don't
it?
have to come here to pick them up. We send them to you.
Mm.
That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
And at some point we're gonna have to get used to this because this is the way of the world.
This is how the future is going to work, folks. It's not that hard. It's okay.
It's not.
That's how my dad and I went to the Nebraska game last Friday. We scanned it, and that, I guess, was a sign of things to come.
I can't.
Sadness.
I still had paper tickets.
I can't wait
Nice.
for Creighton games to be played in the metaverse.
I don't think we want that note, though, Nick.
No, it's called the CHI Health.
Jordan says, Josh sounds like a disappointed college professor who gave a project at the start of the semester and no one did it. Yeah, that's how I feel right now, man. That's how I feel right now. You got to participate in the movie club, and nobody's participating in the movie club. You were busy. Nick, you got no excuse.
I was in Iowa last week.
What does that have to do with
There's
anything?
no theaters where my mom
They don't have
lives.
technology.
Do they not have HBO Max in Iowa,
No,
Nick?
they block
I
it
would
out.
have given you $15 for HBO
Fraggle
Max.
Rock was way too over the top for Iowa, so they passed a law and it blocked HBO out from Iowa for the last 35 years.
Also, what does this comment mean on the YouTube page? Did Josh forget he was going to be on YouTube TV today? What does that mean? I'm wearing a button-up shirt. Look at me. I'm dressed nice today.
I'm
All
wearing
things
a black
considered,
pullover.
I usually wear a hoodie.
I don't wear blue every day. Yesterday, I wore yellow.
Wow, Nebraska's being harsh on my hair. What happened to your hair, boss? What does that mean?
Josh's hair's nice.
I like my hair.
I like Josh's hair.
Yeah, it's not short anymore like it used to be. Like that disgusting picture that was tweeted out. Did you see that picture last week?
No, but I
It was a
did see
gross picture.
I did see this picture, and we're going to try to share this here. So,
oh boy, here we go.
pardon the
Pardon the old.
but Trev Alberts. So it's an account with
My hair looks better in person, guys, than it does on the video. Goodness
the
gracious.
account is called
the hat only boy moving forward.
EST Huskers, like
established Huskers. Yeah.
And they tweeted out a photo
Very interested to see how this works for you.
of Trev Alberts holding up a picture, and someone has superimposed the foul that should have been called when Alonzo Verge was going in at the end of regulation for his what would have been game-winning layup. And Trev quote tweeted it with the word, very simply put, foul.
Damn it, Sam.
On there.
That's awesome.
Here, let's.
Is it going to work?
Yeah, there you go. You see it okay?
Yeah.
Do you?
I mean, you could have. I was surprised. I thought you were going to add it as an overlay on the.
I couldn't.
oh,
Well,
okay.
it takes a little too long.
Oh, okay, you're good. That's funny. It's
It
very
takes a little
funny.
too long.
It's very
Here-
funny.
Here, a little zoom action.
I retweeted it earlier. Now people are just arguing in my mentions about whether or not it was there was a
Whether or
free
not it
throw.
was a foul.
Yeah.
That's well, I mean, it was a foul. He hacked him on the arm, right?
I thought so.
Listen. I didn't think it was that controversial to say it was a foul, but that's pretty good there, Trev.
Very
That's
well played.
Pretty good. Pretty good treat from Trev Alberts. 402-951-1620 if you want to get in touch with us today on the Lanahaw Nurseries hotline. I've been working on more graphics, so Lanahaw Nurseries hotline.
Oh, look at that.
John,
cool?
fancy.
Isn't that
Wow.
cool? You can also hit us up in the Equitable Bank inbox, John at 1620thezone.com or Josh at 1620thezone.com. Or the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed, where some of you are watching along.
Yeah.
Just go to our JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed at USC 1620. There's a direct link there. And that's the way you can get in touch with us today. And it is a One Beer Friday. Nick brought some beer. We're actually going to do 2 beers today.
What's the ABV on yours? Did you look?
We can just do a little taste.
I know.
We-
Because that thing's probably like 15%.
I don't think any of us are going to like it.
Why not? You don't like stouts?
Did you read the label?
What wasn't it like a breakfast?
It's a chocolate babka stout.
What's a babka?
Don't you remember Seinfeld? The babka.
Isn't that like a pastry?
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
But you don't remember the babka?
Barely.
You don't remember
now,
that episode?
Now that you say the
He
babka, I
steals it from the
remember.
old lady?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That was
somebody so funny. Peak
Happy.
comedy.
Oh, settle down, Nick. Happy Gilmore's
The funniest
mom.
show.
Or, grandma.
Yeah.
No, I think
The
I'm going to
babka.
like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I love stouts.
All right.
It's
well,
stout season, folks.
I just figured, we just do a little snifter. But if you want to drink the whole damn thing,
No.
you're more than welcome to.
I know I live
You got to
here- I
get
live
lubed up for the Christmas party tonight.
I know. Yeah, I know. I live
Because you have to
close by.
drink for the both of us.
Oh, do I? I'm not going. I can't go anymore. I told this to people. I can't go anymore. I'm not going. So no, I don't think anyone from the zone will be represented at the Christmas party.
You can't go anymore?
I swear to God, I cannot go. I
Really?
cannot attend. Yeah.
Oh.
It's very sad. I'll tell you why off here.
Oh, we should set up the drop contest real
Yeah, I was
quick.
going to say, we should tell these people.
All right, so to get the Creighton, Iowa State tickets, need to listen for this.
Circadian
Jumanji, pulchritudinous.
Awesome.
Those are our last 3 John's word of the game.
Awesome.
When you hear this drop,
circadian
Jumanji, pulchritudinous. Yes.
That's pretty good.
That's very good. It's very good.
Let's see. Should we make Nick work for it today?
Well, yeah, because he didn't watch Dune.
That's a good idea.
Neither did John.
Be caller number Ryan Kalkbrenner.
What does that mean?
Number 11.
This one goes to 11.
Be caller number Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Perfect.
Number 11. And you will get a pair of tickets. And we have 5 pairs of these bad boys to give away. And don't forget, they're digital. So we'll email them to you. You don't have to come here to pick them up.
Awesome, which is perfect because the game's tomorrow.
Because the game is tomorrow
and we
night.
close in a couple hours.
Yes, we do.
For the party.
So you don't even have to show up here.
That none of us are attending.
And maybe we'll be really nice and we'll do one only for the people watching the video stream. Maybe put up
that
like
would
a
be
graphic or
great.
something.
Yeah, that would
But
be
for the
great.
moment, be listening for the drop and be caller number Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Uh-huh.
And you will win the tickets.
All right.
To
perfect.
the Jays and the Clones.
Clones, where do you come out on this? College basketball, Bren says, sounds like Nick messed up by not going in the middle of the day and calling it work. That's true, Nick. You could have just said, this is my job. I have to go see a movie for work.
Every other showing would have butt up against our show.
We got fill-ins. You'd been fine.
Would you guys be okay with that?
Yeah, if you would have actually done what you were supposed to and seen the movie that we're talking about in the movie club, yes, I would have very much been okay.
You know, I've never asked, do you think they would comp movie tickets?
They would definitely not comp movie tickets. No.
Probably not.
No, not at all. I got a, before we talk to Gary, I got a negative take about Mickey Joseph that's just tremendous that I want to read. That I want to read.
All right, we'll do that next, and then Gary's going to join us. And
I'm getting a hat.
We'll talk Iowa and Michigan coming up live from the Host Coffee Studios. This is Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Also, video streaming today on 1620 The Zone and 1620 The Zone TV.
Unvarnished Husker coverage. Our guys give you the real Husker news 6A to 6P every weekday on 1620 The Zone.
If you haven't been to school in a while, you might be surprised to see what it's like now. That's where we come in. We are Nebraska Loves Public Schools. We capture the strength and humanity of schools across our state. We make films. We make shirts. We share the stories of schools today. It's the heart of our work. Discover more at iloveps.org.
There's no denying social media has influenced the mental health of kids.
I'm literally living on my phone all the time. I felt as though if I didn't post for like a day, I would lose everything.
It's difficult for kids right now. They go home and it's constant. It's always there. It never goes away. They never turn it off. That's going to wear on you. That would wear on an adult.
Watch The Mind Inside, an I Love Public Schools film series on mental health. Episode 2 available now at iloveps.org.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Warby Parker. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at warbyparker.com/terms.
Have you ever wondered why eyeglasses cost so much? Glasses have been around 700 years. Isn't technology supposed to get less expensive over time? Well, there's a simple explanation. For decades, the eyewear industry has been dominated by a single company that's kept prices artificially high while reaping huge profits.
Yikes.
Warby Parker was created to change that. They design and produce their own eyewear and then sell it directly to you for a fraction of the price. Warby Parker's high-quality glasses start at just $95, including your prescription. And if you need an updated prescription, they've got a few easy ways to help you get one. Text FRAMES to 64,000 to try 5 pairs of frames for free. They'll ship them to you to try out for 5 days. If you find a style you like, they'll send you a fresh pair with your prescription. Easy. Text FRAMES to 64,000 to pick your 5 frames to try on at home for free. Text FRAMES to 64,000 to get started for free. That's FRAMES to 64,000.
This ad furnished by Nesmataju LLC. Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Great. Maxed out cards, rent is due, bills are piling up. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
We should do what my brother did. He went to 27cash.com and got $3,000.
With our bad credit?
27cash.com is different. They're one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000.
I'm sure there's a lot of paperwork.
Nope. My brother said it was fast and easy. He did it right from his phone.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan of up to
to $5,000 in minutes, and your cash can hit your bank account as soon as the next day. Our lenders have millions of dollars to lend regardless of your credit history.
Great news. I went to 27cash.com and we'll have our money as soon as tomorrow.
Wow, that is fast.
If you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
At PetSmart, we are hiring for the holidays, but we can't hire cats as cashiers
Wait, how much?
or hire dogs to stock shelves. PetSmart is hiring people who'll do anything for pets and giving them competitive pay, flexible hours, medical benefits, and 50% off select PetSmart merchandise. Sorry, still not hiring dogs. Apply for full and part-time positions at careers.petsmart.com. PetSmart is an equal opportunity employer.
1180 The Zone and News Talk 1290 are your home for Omaha Maverick women's basketball all season long. Don't miss any of the Maverick action this season. Go Mavs! Omaha Mavericks women's basketball on 1180 The Zone and News Talk 1290.
You're listening to Unsportsmanlike Conduct on 1620 The Zone.
Welcome back. Don't forget, be listening for the John Word of the Game drop montage and be caller number 11, a.k.a. Ryan Kalkbrenner, and you can win a pair of tickets to Creighton, Iowa State tomorrow night, 8 o'clock airtime, 6 o'clock pregame right here on your home for Creighton basketball, 1620 The Zone. It was made official today. Mickey Joseph is wide receivers coach, pass game coordinator, and associate head coach.
Which is perfect that you just said that because it leads into the spicy take that I mentioned.
Oh, a spicy take.
This is from Bob. Not bullet point Bob.
Bab.
This is from Bob.
Bab.
Slap in the face to DC Chenander naming MJ, Mickey Joseph, the associate head coach. Ronnie Green has his guy in place to avoid future controversy. Thoughts on that? Basically saying if you're going to have an associate head coach, should it not be Chins? He's already been in the system for 4 years. He's proven himself to be an adept defensive coordinator. Why not him? Why this guy? He says there's something afoot.
Do we know? First of all, we don't know. Now, there hasn't been really a lot of hot rumors out there about Chins.
Mm-hmm.
Though I'm a little surprised we haven't heard something, because I thought that after the season they just had and the improvement that has been shown year to year, that, you know, there might be some programs looking at Eric Chenander. But so far we haven't heard of anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that could change. Maybe that's part of the reason. Oh, also, that's probably part of the way that you got him to come to Nebraska.
Titles.
Titles
are important. It's not just about money. It's about titles too. Because
remember,
they mean
Mickey
something.
Joseph's coming into a situation where he might only be here for 1 year. So there's probably some assurances that you want.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Let's just go ahead and, doomsday scenario this thing. If Scott Frost has to be let go mid-season next year, maybe there has been some things promised. Well, you'll be the interim.
It doesn't sound that ridiculous to wonder something like that aloud. Another response. This is from Bren. Another semi-spicy take. This basically confirms all the rumors that they wanted to do this after Walters was let go. Right? I do. I think that they wanted him a couple of years ago. In 2019,
I do
they
too.
Decided to move on. Now, there's, some reporting says that was never the case. Some reporting says that was the case. I personally think that was the case back then.
I don't know why you wouldn't want a guy like Mickey Joseph.
Oh man, Daniel, I read the tweet during the crossover from Daniel about how this does two things. It makes we got to keep in the family crowd happy, and it makes I just want a good coach to come to Nebraska crowd happy, which you and I are always in. But he checks both of those boxes. Now, last time we said this, it was Scott Frost.
Yeah.
But I think that Mickey Joseph is a more proven commodity as an assistant coach than Scott Frost was at that time as a head coach.
Well, it gets you into Louisiana.
Yeah.
It gets you into Louisiana and places down south that have historically been good to Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
And you need help. You need players. And I don't know why you wouldn't want a guy like this. And he's coached some really good players, some really good receivers. Also, he might be instrumental in, keeping a few of Nebraska's receivers around with everyone, pondering their next move. If you're an Alante Brown or a Omar Manning, and I'm just throwing this out as an if, okay? I have no idea if either of those two are interested or anyone else or Will Nixon is interested in going somewhere else. But you bring in a guy of his caliber who's coached up some of the better receivers that LSU's had in the last few years, they might be more willing to stay.
Well, there was the stats.
If they were thinking of leaving.
Stuart Mandel, in his mailbag earlier this week, he was asked a question about Nebraska, and he ended up talking about the lack of receivers that they have had drafted in the first round. He pointed out they hadn't had a first-round draft pick in the first round since 1984. Of course, Irving Fryer. Mickey Joseph has coached 2 since 2019 in Jefferson and Chase.
Yeah.
So, and look, different schools, certainly different avenues are always going to be open that aren't open for Nebraska compared to an LSU, but that there's going to be that opportunity now just based off of his track record that he could bring those types of players in. I love the hire. I really, really do. I think it's a great hire.
I like the hire.
I think it's a great hire.
It's a very solid
I did not
hire.
think, I'll be honest, I did not think earlier this week that they were going to get him. At one point,
I had my doubts too.
We left the show on Monday saying, yeah, we might hear something tonight. When we didn't, I thought that was pretty concerning. And in the end, they ended up landing him. Huge get.
It is a huge get. We've got more on the college football playoff and the sides that people are taking. Remember, yesterday they met and didn't really make any headway.
Yeah.
But we're finding out a little bit more about where the sides are being divvied up and on what issues. So we want to get to some of that. Also be listening for the drop, the John's Word of the Game montage, and be caller 11 and win the Creighton tickets, digital tickets for tomorrow night's game. So they'll be sent straight to you. But first, before we go to break and bring on Gary Dolphin, some more reaction from the Vidya friends of the program.
Oh, nice. What are they saying?
Ryan.
What in the world?
Get Josh a comb so he can make his hair look like that luscious mane of yours. Of course, talking about my hair today.
I just got it cut yesterday.
Yeah.
See, I don't put product in. Do I need to start doing product now in my hair for our video stream since we're going to do this on a daily basis?
Idea.
I guess
Craig
I should.
says, watching on my LG HD, you guys should tag along with Damon on his next trip to the barber.
My goodness. I just went and got it cut yesterday.
Patrick, Josh's pompadour throwing everybody off.
See, yeah, I have heard that the youths like having the curly hair. The person who cuts my hair, she always is telling me that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
Jason, what the hell? Libman Josh with his mop on his noggin.
What is that? Why,
I don't know.
Do libs not have long hair? What?
The libs back in the 60s had long hair.
The libs now have long hair too. I
Do
see
they?
it all the time. Oh, yeah.
I just had long hair, John.
Yeah, you just had long hair.
Yeah, but you cut it off, which means you're no longer a lib.
Oh, no, I lost my lib credit.
You did.
Tough look for Nick.
Husker 1747. Josh might be a dead ringer for waking up in the hotel room stewing the hangover.
Wow. I don't like, you know what? I'm out on the live video stream. I think I've decided I'm no longer a fan. No longer a fan.
Ryan suggested you should come back to every segment with a different type of hat from Cam Newton's wardrobe. Now, that's a good idea.
That would be hilarious.
That's a good idea.
Very well played, Ryan.
And if you are watching along on the video stream,
look at it. It's very handsome.
Especially here, let's
maybe it's not
let's
that good. We don't need the close up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't listen. As
it looks bad on the video, I think it's the camera.
Does it?
I don't know. I think it looks fine.
It looks like your hair.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks.
Oh, thank you. Is
I don't think
that a kind thing or?
No, I don't think it looks bad at all. But then again, I'm used to seeing it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're used to my ugly mug.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of the video stream, Michael Severe will be joining us. Thank God. Someone who has watched Dune will join us. Jim says, I think you should start a new game where one of you doesn't watch the movie and have to fake your way through the segment. Listeners,
well, I could have because I watched the
win
original Dune. I might remember some of the plot
My favorite
line.
part of Dune was when there was spice in the desert.
Wow.
And then big worms.
Also, the
They did have
Libman
big worms.
The Libman reference was about the actual product, the mop brand.
Oh,
That was the joke.
No, I used to work at a hardware store. I'm aware.
Man. And Caleb asked a question that maybe we could tackle later. Why do you collectively think Frost is going to be let go next year? He asked us that on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed. Quick answer, Caleb, because he's 15 and 29 as a head coach. That's my quick answer. We can expand on it.
We can.
We did just discuss it like it's a foregone conclusion, and it's a fair question.
Yeah, it is a fair question. Yeah. Stuff the Truck is coming up next weekend. A week from today, we'll be at the Westwood Plaza parking lot from 3 to 6, and then a week from tomorrow, Saturday, December the 11th, from noon to 6 in the Westwood Plaza parking lot. All we're asking for is a donation of new unwrapped toys to help kids in our community have a better Christmas. Head to 1620thezone.com for all the details. The voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin, joins us next right here on 1620 The Zone.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone.
Many people go back to the dealership out of habit or because they think the dealer is the only one who knows how to fix their car. At Omaha Car Care, we offer a better option. We have ASE certified technicians, the technology to service any vehicle, and free loaner cars. The dealer will sell you a package of services. We'll provide the service you want for your car as your trusted partner. I'm Rick Betker, owner of Omaha Car Care, and we'll be along for the ride.
It's that time of year again, so I got you a little present. My festive holiday feast. Get one of my medium specialty pies, like my classic combo, or my taco pie, plus a medium one-topper, and my sweet cinnamon monkey bread with festive holiday sprinkles. All this for only $28.99. I always get sentimental this time of year. About pizza. Godfather's Pizza. Do it.
Connect with my friends at Kugler Vision and KuglerVision.com. Tell them you're sick of bad vision and you're ready for a vision correction consultation. Go to KuglerVision.com and take a vision quiz and connect with Kugler Vision at KuglerVision.com.
The end of riding season is never a good time, but it is a great time to trade in and trade up or sell it outright. Les Hills Harley-Davidson is selling, trading, and buying bikes right now. Sell your Harley-Davidson today. Les Hills Harley-Davidson. Rise up and ride on.
Circadian
Jumanji, pulchritudinous.
It pays to parlay with Elite Sportsbook. Receive a 50% bet match up to $25 every Sunday in December on your first four-leg parlay. That's an easy $100 in free bets up for grabs in December. Plus, new signups can take advantage of their first bet being risk-free up to $500. Download the app today and play your game with Elite Sportsbook. Valid only in Iowa. Must be 21. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
The Zone's hydration station is social in Elkhorn at 192nd and Pacific, Omaha's newest and best football party with easy-to-drink specialty cocktails, mimosa towers, and 192-ounce mules. Come experience social, 192nd and Pacific, hydrating the Zone in Omaha this football season.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
If you're like most people, you're probably more than a little concerned about the state of the world around us today. Strange times. The stock market all-time highs every day. U.S. debt never been higher right now. Dollars losing value. And let's not forget about inflation, the highest since 2008. Remember what happened in 2008. So how do you protect your money, your retirement, your savings? Well, many people, just like you, are turning to Old Faithful to protect themselves during these difficult times. And Old Faithful is real gold and silver from the Oxford Gold Group, the kind you can actually hold in your hands and have in your IRA. No better time than the present to protect your future and the future of your family. Call the Oxford Gold Group right now, 833-928-GOLD. They will send you their free guide on investing in gold and silver and answer all of your questions. Protect your money before things get even worse out there. Call the Oxford Gold Group today at 833-928-GOLD. Oxford is here to help you protect your savings and retirement. That's 833-928-GOLD.
The hotline is powered by Lanahaw Nurseries, rooted in quality, unmatched value. Shop Woodhouse Place Hyundai and Nissan, 144th and Giles. KOZN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs.
Well, in the interest of equal time, yesterday we had the voice of the Michigan Wolverines, Jim Brandstatter. Today, we have the voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin. It's a big week for Iowa, by the way. It's not just Big Ten championship weekend. Iowa's taking on Purdue in basketball. Woo! Yeah, Gary's going to be a busy guy. I assume, Gary, are you doing both games or are you going to save your voice for just football?
No, I'm doing both. I wouldn't miss this basketball game. We're in West Lafayette as we speak, guys. We got in here about 7 o'clock last night. Guys just got back from shoot around, and I'm just putting the finishing touches on the pregame show here. And we'll get after it. It's a later start, 9 o'clock Eastern, so it's going to be a late night before we head 60 miles down the interstate to Indianapolis. We'll get in there probably around 1 o'clock in the morning, I would guess. But that game's not until tomorrow night, so it's almost perfectly spaced out between hoops and football.
Yeah, no, there's no question about it. At least they made it very easy for you schedule-wise. They could have sent you to Rutgers or something like that
for a night game. Yeah.
For a night game.
I haven't been to Rutgers. I've been to Maryland for a night game, and that's I get home about 4 in the morning. That's no fun. At my age, it takes a day and a half, 2 days to recover now. But it used to be like another night out. But not anymore. I've learned how to appreciate sleep and get to bed early.
It's kind of appropriate, isn't it? That these are the two teams that are duking it out, because the last time either Michigan or Iowa won a Big Ten championship, they shared it.
Yeah,
in 2004. So
been a while.
So does the winner of this game not only get this year's title, but can they claim the 04 one as well?
I'm guessing that's not going to happen, but it's as much as we'd like it to. Yeah, and that 04 season was Drew Tate to Warren Holloway in the Capital One Bowl on the final play of the game, and they had beaten defending national champion LSU, who was coached by Nick Saban.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a memorable year 15, 16 years ago, and those were two outstanding teams, Michigan and Iowa. And as they are right now. I mean, Iowa gets it done a different way, as you know. Just dial it back a week and look at the block punt and then the sack in the end zone, or the intentional grounding in the end zone that bought Iowa, 9 points in lightning quick fashion, and started the rally back from Nebraska, or started the rally to defeat Nebraska. But it was, it's been a constant all season long. Charlie Jones running one back 100 yards against Illinois when Iowa got down 10-0. And now that's a tough way to make a living. You got to try and get the lead and play with the lead. But defense and special teams have been the bell cow for the Hawkeyes all season long. And I think the offense is getting better as that young offensive line grows up.
Yeah, Gary, kind of along those lines, you look at the Michigan offense. They've given the ball away the 6th fewest times of any team in the country this season. Iowa, on the other side of the ball, they have the 3rd most takeaways. I mean, is it simple enough to say that we could look at the box score and we could look at that particular stat tomorrow night and it could tell the story of winner and loser?
Yeah, without question. I think if Iowa's going to win the game, they scored a basket full of points off turnovers this year. They've got 22 interceptions. And I was looking at tape of Cade McNamara this morning, and he's a good, solid quarterback. He really is. But there's some throws that he makes that I know that secondary will be hunting down tomorrow night. On the flip side, though, you've got a really terrific Michigan defense that has gotten better, I think, game by game. They might have the best overall defender in the league, in Aiden Hutchison. He is a man-child. He's an edge rusher. I was talking to Coach Ferentz a couple days back about him, and Ferentz says he reminds him of guys like John Randall and J.J. Watt and Howie Long. And I go, how so? And he goes, his motor never stops. I mean, the guy just keeps coming until he hears the whistle, and he plays through the end of the whistle, and that's a pretty good football player. But he's 6'6", about 270 pounds. And frankly, he reminds me, he looks a lot physically and built a lot like A.J. Epinesa. And we all know how good A.J. was, now the Buffalo Bills. So I think Iowa is going to run more of those two tight ends, put both fullbacks out there. They got to give that young offensive line some help. Tyler Linderbaum doesn't need any help, but the rest of them could use some assistance in chipping guys like Hutchison and Ojaba. The other inside linebacker is just a phenomenal talent, big and strong and physical. And their secondary guys reminds me a lot of Iowa's. They've got a kid number. Can't remember his number now. I think it's 30. Who reminds me a lot of Dane Belton. He's a nickel back, and he's just a tremendous player. I mean, the kid is all over the field. Daxton Hill is his name, and he's got a couple picks on the year, 4 tackles for loss, 60 tackles. So he's got Dane Belton type numbers and a physique, but their safeties are solid. They've got outstanding cornerbacks that cover. So those young receivers for the Hawkeyes are going to have to work extra to get open.
Gary Dolphin, the voice of the Hawkeyes, joining us. Iowa and Michigan tomorrow night for the Big Ten Championship. We saw both quarterbacks last week in Lincoln. Do you think it'll be one this week, and it'll be Petrus?
Yeah, I do. Kirk has already said he plans to start Petrus, and I don't see any reason why not. And here's why. In that atmosphere, and I've been fortunate enough to call one championship game against Michigan State, as painful as that memory is, 6 years ago. But it's an incredible atmosphere. It is really loud in Lucas Oil Field, and to your earlier point, Michigan has never been there, so their fans are going to be raucous. Hawk fans are Hawk fans. They're going to fill the building, and it'll be equal on each side. But it is a neutral field. It's a different surface. It's an NFL stadium. And there's going to be some nerves. There's going to be some butterflies floating around, and so I think Spencer Petrus, because he's had a good grasp of the offense for 2 years now. He started for 2 years. He can get them out of a play if the defense recognizes it. He's good at audibleizing. He's good at changing the plays, and he really does have a good command about himself. Alex Padilla, essentially brand new. I mean, he's played in 3 games, 4 counting Nebraska, and he's always checking to the sidelines for the next play. So I think Petrus, they'll allow a little bit more freedom to survey the landscape and go through his checkdowns, and so I think that's why they're going to start him. I think that's the right reason for starting him. That he's more of a veteran. He doesn't shy away from the moment. Now he's got to avoid sacks. He's a lot more stationary quarterback than Padilla is. Alex gives him a chance out on the edge. He's more of an RPO guy. It's not that Spencer can't play fake and get out on the edge and find that open receiver, but he's a little slower as developing. And he's a smart guy. I mean, I think he'll do fine getting rid of the football if he has to. You just have to hope that his accuracy is spot on.
Gary, so often in these games, we'll look and say, hey, if a team gets, past the 40 or whatever, it becomes 4-down territory. Don't settle for field goals. This seems like a game where Iowa, much like last week on Black Friday versus Nebraska, it's okay if they get some field goals against this Michigan defense. Would you agree with that assessment?
I would, and here's why. You've got maybe your ace in the hole is the punter, Torrey Taylor, who's, I don't know if his statistics are number 1 in the league, but there's nobody better than deadening it inside the 20-yard line. Roughly a third of his kicks this season have died inside the other's 20. And boy, when you put that Iowa defense in that kind of a position, Norm Parker, the late Norm Parker, who was a phenomenal, just a redneck, blue-collar defensive coordinator. He always told guys like Chad Greenway and Abdul Hodge and Bob Sanders, he said, look, I don't care if they have a 13 or 14 play drive. Make them drive the field, because eventually they're going to make a mistake. He speaks of the opposing offense. He said, but we're not going to get beat over the top. And that's the way Phil Parker now plays the game. And so if you can pin Michigan deep, and obviously you've got to stop Haskins, the running back. He's been terrific, especially the last third of the season. Then Iowa, and it plays right into their hands. They'll, Jack Campbell's got a strip fumble. Justin Jacobs has got one. They not only pick off passes and run them back for touchdowns, but they pry the ball out of there. And so it's Michigan's never been in this position. Iowa's only been there once, and none of these guys have played in this game. So I think the cards are evenly split. I mean, I like Iowa's chances if they get to play their game.
Speaking of kind of playing to strengths, Gary, we saw last week in Lincoln, Iowa struggled a bit when Nebraska was running some option, had to make some adjustments, and then things went better in the second half. But Michigan's nothing fancy when it comes to their run game, but they're very good at what they do, as Ohio State found out last week. Do you think that maybe there's a little bit of playing to Iowa's defensive run strength, the way Michigan runs the ball?
I do, because and I haven't seen Michigan every game, but I've seen a good handful of them. Haskins, he can get to the outside, but he doesn't have, at least that I can see, the breakaway speed. Now he's an inside runner. He's a powerful. He's 220 pounds at 6'1", and the kid that backs him up, Blake Corum, is jet quick. He's 5'8", 200 pounds, just a little bitty guy, and he can get in there and hide behind those big linemen, and pretty soon he busts at the outside. But he's got 135 carries on the year. But Haskins is their drinkster, and McNamara is not a running quarterback. So I think that helps Iowa. Certainly last week, Smothers is so cagey when he hides the football in the play fake. He's really good at getting outside, as is obviously Adrian Martinez, or was Adrian Martinez. So yeah, this is a different looking quarterback, a different looking running game, and I think that will help settle Iowa down a little bit earlier in the game. Now, that doesn't mean they can't run the football. This offensive line, guys, I'm telling you, it's they got two graduates, guys that have already gotten their degree. They've got another senior and a junior, and the only kid that's underage is a 330-pound 6'6" sophomore. The rest of them are all seniors or grad seniors, and they all go about 310 to 330. In fact, their right tackle is 340 pounds, 6'7". So they're built like Wisconsin. Now this line is not as good as Wisconsin, but it seems to me that Iowa's defensive front has only gotten better. You saw those young tackles. Van Ness made the tackle in the end zone last week. He's a redshirt freshman. Logan Lee has been spectacular. He's a redshirt freshman. But Van Valkenburg, Evans, Joe Evans, John Wagner on the edges have really set the hash mark nicely. And if they want to run inside and then ultimately meet up with Jack Campbell and Seth Benson, I'm okay with that.
Gary, you mentioned a little bit earlier, this is the second time that you've had a chance to call one of these Big Ten championship games. Michigan fans certainly are daring to dream about, a playoff run of a potential couple of playoff games. Iowa, of course, dreaming of the Rose Bowl. What type of crowd breakdown are you expecting tomorrow, given that some Michigan fans are probably going to say, hey, I'm going to hold on to some money, hoping that I can travel a couple of times in Iowa, thinking about Pasadena. What type of crowd breakdown are you expecting tomorrow?
That's interesting because, Iowa was in this position 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. They beat Michigan State, and they're going to the playoffs. Well, here's Michigan at number 2, needing a victory to secure a Final Four spot. So, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, all the pressure's on Michigan. I don't buy that theory. There'll be pressure on the Hawkeyes, too, and they certainly want to make amends for that stinging loss they suffered in 2015. But each school gets the same amount of tickets. Certainly people find them online and they find them through relatives and that, but I can promise you there'll be a lot of noise both for the black and gold and the maize and blue tomorrow night. I mean, that atmosphere that I experienced with Michigan State and Iowa, I'd never heard anything like that. And I've been to all the great stadiums in the Big Ten, and they're all loud, none louder than the Horseshoe in Columbus, and obviously out in Lincoln it can get awful loud too. But it's just an amazing atmosphere, and the Big Ten does it up right. I mean, they really juice it up. It's a great theatrics. I mean, it's not the Super Bowl, but it's really a lot of fun. It's a great atmosphere, and the crowd will be into it. And it's a later starting game, so they've got all day tomorrow to lather up and get ready. Yeah. And so it's an incredible town. And, an interesting story is 6 years ago, the team hotels ran out of beverages, of the Anheuser-Busch variety. And I remember we got back to the bar in time for last call. And the bars, the hotel bars, get permission to stay open until like 4 o'clock on the Sunday morning after the football game. I think all the bars downtown. You guys have been to Indy, you know what a great downtown it is. And I remember Podolak and I sitting there enjoying an icy beverage, not of our choosing because they ran out. And the bartender said, he said, I've been here for 30 years. We've hosted Super Bowls and we've hosted Final Fours and we've hosted Olympic championship. The NCAA is located here. He said, we have never run out of Busch Light until the Iowa fans came to town. And so there'll be a lot of your favorite beverages being consumed tomorrow prior to the game. And hopefully everybody plays it smart and safe, walks to the stadium and gets a ride and gets home safely.
Absolutely. Yeah, that didn't happen in 2012. What was there, about 25, 30,000 Nebraska fans there, Josh, against Wisconsin?
Yeah.
And it seemed like everyone disappeared right after the game. The bars were empty.
A lot of depressing walks back to the hotel that night. I don't think anybody wanted to even go out anymore.
Hey, I'm here to tell you the outcome of the game certainly affects the amount of post-partying there is. But Iowa fans, God bless them, our farmers and our politicians we don't have any big cities in Iowa, but so they don't get that opportunity very often. They're going to live it up, win, lose, or draw, and hopefully they're happy tomorrow night.
Well, good luck on the call tonight against Purdue, and then good luck tomorrow with the game in Indianapolis. Should be a good one. Both of them, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Gary Dolphin, the voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Congratulations on the success this year, and we'll be watching from afar.
Thanks, guys. Good to be on with you.
You
Take
bet.
care.
Gary Dolphin, the voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Reminds me of that story. We played the clip a couple of years ago when Iowa State was in the Liberty Bowl. And Jerry Lawler, the pro wrestler who owned a restaurant and a bar in Memphis, was on the local Iowa TV saying they ran us out of Busch Light beer. We don't even know what Busch Light beer is here.
Oh, man.
They just run them out of Busch Light.
By the way, we'll have predictions coming up in a little bit, but, you're talking about, hey, how can Iowa win this game given their offense? And look, I think that they have a shot to win this game.
I do too.
Even with the spread being what it is. Bill Connolly had a great number this morning in his column previewing the weekend. In the past 2 years, Hawkeyes are 16-1 when allowing fewer than 24 points. They are 0-3 when they allow more than 24 points. They're also 4-4 when their turnover margin is 0 or worse, but they are a perfect 12-0 when they are +1 or better. I mean, you want to talk about a couple of keys, the 24-point number and turnover margin. If Michigan is able to stay at even or beat Iowa there, I think that type of game could get away. Anything else, though, and this thing is going down to the wire. Going down to the wire.
We've got I've got a few email questions coming up. Also, how quickly can one go from being a northerner to a southerner? We've got some audio for you coming up. It's Unsportsmanlike Conduct live today on the video stream as well on 1620 The Zone.
Win $15,000 to hype up your holiday. It's the holiday spending spree on 1620 The Zone. Enter now at 1620thezone.com. Okay, hold on. First, decide what to do with all that money. Then enter to win at 1620thezone.com. Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Partly cloudy skies and a little bit breezy as we head into tonight. Chilly with an overnight low down to about 31 degrees in Omaha. Heading into your Saturday, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. A little bit cooler with the high tomorrow near 46 degrees with gusty winds. I'm meteorologist Caitlin Harvey with KTV News Watch 7.
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct, brought to you by a great friend of the program, Union Bank and Trust.
Hi guys, it's Andrew with Brookside Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. The WAVE technology at Brookside Medical was tested by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic, and the results are in. It's proven to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED by treating the root cause, call us now, and not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, we'll also include something unique that produces immediate results in the bedroom. I don't think I've ever seen it fail. This is a $600 value, free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 402-7777. That's 402-671-7777. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Brookside Medical Clinic now to qualify. 402-671-7777.
I'm Bo Starkle, founder of Wine, Beer, and Spirits. Located in Omaha, Lincoln, and Grand Island, our stores are up to 50,000 square feet. We have the biggest selection, great prices, a bar, and awesome staff. We are locally owned. If the pandemic taught us anything, it's the importance of supporting local. Keep supporting Wine, Beer, and Spirits. Keep supporting Nebraska.
Wine, Beer, and Spirits. In Lincoln at 27th and Kensington and Lincoln Crossing. In Grand Island on Allen Drive in the Eagle Run Shopping Center. Across from Oakview Mall in Omaha. And at winebeerandspirits.com.
When I'm picking a place to go for lunch or for dinner, I do my research. I see pictures, and then you get to a place and the food doesn't look like the pictures. A place that I've never had to worry about that is Fernando's. They're two fantastic locations serving Mexican food at 114th and Dodge and 75th and Pacific. Tamales to fried tacos to enchiladas to fajitas, and you can just hear them sizzling right now. Don't forget, in this busy time of the year, they cater. Fernando's of Omaha, 114th and Dodge, 75th and Pacific. Stop in today.
Let's face it, credit cards are pretty much a necessity.
New tires for the car? Here's my card.
I order takeout, use my card. And most of us just accept the high interest rates credit cards charge as a necessary evil.
What are you going to do?
Get a low fixed rate credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream from $5,000 to $100,000 and pay off those credit card balances. Apply online and you could get your money as soon as the day you apply. The average credit card company charges over 19% APR, but with Lightstream, you can get a fixed rate as low as 4.98% APR with auto pay and excellent credit.
Now I can pay off my high interest credit cards and save money with a much lower rate.
Apply today at lightstream.com/radio and get an additional interest rate discount. That's lightstream.com/radio. Lightstream.com/radio.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 4.98% APR to 19.99% APR and include a 0.5% auto pay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/radio for more information.
Saturday night, the Jays have a date with Iowa State. Pre-game coverage begins with Ravi Lula at 6:30. Tip-off is at 8. It's Saturday.
The Blue Jays are home on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The Keg.
I'm Addison, and I'm proud of the work I've done during my 7 years as Signature Performance. My favorite part of my job is the variety. My signature story had me initially working medical claims, but I've since pivoted to many important projects across different departments, growing professionally and personally along the way. Whether I'm collaborating with our associates, learning a new skill, or creating something that helps my team, I know I make an impact in our commitment to lowering our nation's healthcare administration costs.
Start your signature story. Apply today at signatureperformance.com/careers.
Everyone for Omaha. The Omaha Mavericks hockey team is home this Friday and Saturday at Baxter Arena. Tickets are available for just $10. Get yours now at omavs.com/tics. Come out and support your Mavericks hockey team this weekend at Baxter Arena.
The hotline is powered by Lanahaw Nurseries, rooted in quality, unmatched value. This is unsportsmanlike conduct.
Gonna let that hang out there and just dangle.
Of 1620 The Zone.
Welcome back. Unsportsmanlike conduct, 1620 The Zone, 1620thezone.com, Zone mobile app. And today we are live on the video stream, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to any or all three. You're already, of course, following the program on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed. Just go back through our timeline. We got the link right there. Just click on it. You can watch it there on your Twitter.
Nick's doing something on the Twitch, and I'm confused at what he's doing. Did you see his latest comment?
I'm not on Twitch.
So it shows up on the comments.
Oh,
it shows up on the comments.
I'm interacting with the friends of the Grum who are twitching.
He tweeted or sent a comment of a cat with sunglasses.
It sure is.
The hell does that mean?
I don't. Yeah, what does it mean?
It's just a cool cat with sunglasses. They sent a heart. I sent a cat with sunglasses.
We're anti-cat though on this show.
Well, then you can moderate the Twitch.
Anti-cat?
I am.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
You're also anti-haircut.
No, I got it cut yesterday. Thank you to Riley. Excuse me, dude. Your hair is fine. People are just messing with you. Thank you, Riley. I appreciate the kind words.
Well, maybe that's maybe that's what Brian Kelly was doing last night. Maybe he was just messing with the folks in Baton Rouge.
Ooh.
So last night at a LSU basketball game, it's kind of a popular thing to do. You introduce the new coach, and Brian Kelly took the mic.
Yeah.
Now, if you've been on social media, you've
probably seen
memes.
this by now. Yeah,
You've probably seen the memes. How Brian Kelly mysteriously, after spending less than 24 hours in Louisiana, is already starting to pick up elements of a Southern accent. So we thought we would help it along a little bit with a little musical accoutrement. So here you go, Brian Kelly.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm.
Thank you. Well, this is a great way to get started. And I haven't even won all my games yet.
Straight in the curve.
Kind of normal for now, right?
Yep.
Flying in the hills. It's a great night to be a Tiger. I'm here with my family.
The only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the love of the life.
And we are so excited to be in the great state of Louisiana, but more importantly, to be with you great fans. And to be part of what is going to be an incredible ride here at Louisiana State University.
Yeah, there you go. Brian Kelly, ladies and gentlemen. Southern man. Yeah, that's the other song I could have used. Southern man, aren't you? That was a little more controversial back in the day.
Why didn't we use Freebird?
Could have used Freebird, too.
Could have used Freebird. There's
This
a
is
lot
the
of
first
Southern
thing. I mean,
music.
it's a Friday, Dukes of Hazzard, Yeah.
So I have a take on this horrible, horrible accent.
Yeah.
I have family who live in Florida, Pensacola.
Mm-hmm.
I go visit them for like a week. I get a bit of an accent, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not even a good attempt.
No, it's a horrible attempt,
No.
Nick. It's
This
an
is
F minus.
This is as bad as me walking into the Power Studio during one of their live things and going, "Yo, what's up?"
John.
Seriously, that's how awkward it is.
That's why you don't say that.
That's why I don't do that.
John doesn't say, yo, what's up to anybody.
The worst part about that was the way he said Louisiana.
Louisiana?
Louisiana. I'm glad to be here in Louisiana.
I love this tweet from Brody Miller. He covers LSU for The Athletic. He
Yeah.
wrote, all you guys can laugh, but I got to figure out if I actually have to ask about it. And he definitely does.
Absolutely.
He 100% has to ask about this. What the hell was that? See, and I said it in the crossover earlier, man. Like, Bill Callahan tried to, hey, Oscar fan, you remember Jerry Rogers. Like, he was doing that stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
But it was about the history of the game, not a fake accent.
Right.
That's even, I would say, dumb debates. What's weirder? Not weirder. What's worse? Bill Callahan trying to do all that and messing up on names, or what Brian Kelly did? I'd say what Brian Kelly did. Way more awkward. Way more uncomfortable.
Listen, I understand if you spend enough time in a place, maybe it starts to, but literally he was there for less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
He was trying to pander to the crowd.
Yeah.
You don't just be yourself.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
now
bring up the fader on this.
Oh boy, we're trying something
We're trying
new again.
something new. For those of you watching, this is going to be accompanied by the video, but this is what Notre Dame tweeted out earlier.
You're going to have to mute yourself.
Oh, did I?
You're going to have to mute yourself.
No, Nick, that's your computer. That's your Twitch stream. That's
that's your Twitch stream. Yeah, blaming
oh,
me.
The young screwed it up. The young screwed it up.
So this is Notre Dame's strength coach is addressing the assembled players.
Okay.
And if you're watching along on the video, I think this is going to work because I tested it out earlier today. And it looked really cool and really
very
normal.
legal, totally normal.
Extremely proud of you guys on your focus and your ability to lock in all week long this week, okay? It was awesome to see, awesome to be a part of. It shows who you are, your DNA, your mental toughness, your physical toughness, the way you compete, the way you care about each other. Okay, that's what this team run is going to be about. competing, getting after it with mental and physical toughness, and being the best in the country at what we do. So we ready to do that? Yes, sir. All right, so what I'm going to do now, okay, because you're a brand new head football coach.
And there he comes into the room, and he's getting hot. I watched this game, and I'm like, you know what? That's
a little different.
That's pretty cool.
Little different.
Now, he also, I haven't seen this video yet, but then he also addressed the team after that whole.
Yeah, Freeman did.
After that whole bit. So, let's see. Got to remove. We're learning. We're learning.
Hey, we'll figure it out. We got plenty of time.
Learning. I just found this out today. I was like, man, this is really cool. So
It's
here's
pretty neat.
Here's Marcus Freeman addressing the Irish.
The first time I get to address you guys, right? And it's been a long, it seems like centuries that I've been at home after me and Jack had this conversation. And I first off want to thank Jack for this opportunity. You know, he's the one that made this decision. Somebody had to make a decision, okay? And he gave me this opportunity. Father Jenkins gave me this opportunity, right? But the reason why was because of you. Everybody understand that? The reason why I'm standing here is because of you. And it's unbelievable how powerful you guys are, right? It's unbelievable how powerful your voices are. That's why we're going to do great things, because we got great leaders in this room. You understand? We got great leaders in this room, okay? And when you want something done, you get it done. That's on the football field, that's off the football field, that's in leadership, that's in everything we do. When you guys want something done and you come together and you say, I'm going to get something done, we get it done, right? So the same thing's going to happen as we move forward, right? Things aren't changing, man. We're going to enhance what we do, but things aren't changing. We're going to lead, we're going to lean on our leadership. And you leaders know who you are, right? We're going to lean on you because what you guys want to get done is going to get done, all right? And we're going to set high expectations. And we're going to do everything in our power to make sure we equipped ourselves to reach that. And then the next mission is going to occur. 48 hours. I don't care who we play. Okay? I don't care who the opponent is. In 48 hours, right, we're going to get together and we're going to get going for this mission. Everybody, we owe it to the Caesars. This isn't about the future. Let's be clear. That's a disservice to this group. This isn't about the future. This isn't about next year. This ain't about 5 years from now. It's about right now. It's about finishing this season off the right way for you seniors. Everybody clear? I don't care about anything else, right? We all got a job to do. I care about us and this group and this coaching staff and this football family finishing this thing off the way we have to.
Pretty cool.
A little different.
Very different.
A little different.
I you know what? Here you go. We start a new list for a new year. Marcus Freeman is going to have more success than Brian Kelly. Marcus Freeman's got more success at Notre Dame than Brian Kelly at LSU.
It's funny you say that because DC literally just tweeted in about Freeman. He'll be canned in 3 years. I don't know, man. I mean, I think Freeman's walking into a better program because of what Brian Kelly built. But Brian Kelly is walking into a program with a higher ceiling, just given, what's happening.
Ceiling, but
oh yeah, a lot of pressure.
He's not there to win 10 games.
Brian Kelly?
He's there to win.
He has to win
15 games.
Yeah, he has to win a national championship. Yeah, 14 or 15 games.
Right.
That's the goal.
But it's about that fit, man. It's about that fit. Marcus Freeman already fits at Notre Dame. He's been there. And I know there might be some folks go, well, remember Ty Willingham? That didn't go over too well.
Was that because he's black? Is that why?
I've seen that.
Okay.
I've seen that. And listen, I don't.
I mean,
I'm not buying it.
He's only been there for a year, though. Like, let's not pretend like he's a Notre Dame lifer. He's been there for literally this season.
Well, as we have found out, you don't have to be.
No, I know.
You
I'm
don't have to be from somewhere to understand it. But the fact that he's already got right now instant buy-in. He has instant buy-in. He has 100% of that room.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that can sometimes be a detriment by saying, well, you're letting the players decide who the next coach is. What do they know? Because I think there's an element of that.
We've seen that before, and it doesn't really work out most of the time.
But this was also the guy that Brian Kelly himself said, this is the guy who's probably going to be the guy to replace me.
Yeah.
So it's not like he was already trending in this direction.
Yeah, it just wasn't going to happen this fast.
He's got the instantaneous buy-in. Right now, Notre Dame fan, after how the week started, is probably feeling a lot better about things right now. They're not going to hemorrhage recruits like Oklahoma's now hemorrhaging recruits.
Mm-hmm.
It would not surprise me if Marcus Freeman was better at Notre Dame than Brian Kelly.
Well, you didn't say it. You
LSU.
said he will be better than.
Well,
Notre
he
Dame.
will be.
Okay,
He will be. I'm staying with it. He will be because Brian Kelly does not fit LSU.
I agree. Adam
he
says
does not fit.
Brian Kelly's a pretty good coach. Bold statement by John.
Cool. He's a good coach. That doesn't mean anything. You've got to be able to fit. And there's something very weird and awkward about this.
Oh, I agree. It's
Very
not like
weird
it's
and
been very
awkward.
comfortable.
And
I'm just going to go with the more proven commodity. And so I'm going to say that Brian Kelly.
I'm going to lean towards fit. I'm going to lean towards fit at this moment. Now, if Kelly goes out and gets a really good staff, and he better get some Louisiana flavor on that staff. But if he goes out and gets a good staff and doesn't try to lean too hard into being,
a goober,
Mr. Baton Rouge. Yeah, he can be just fine. But he's also in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to play Navy. He didn't get to play Navy anymore every year.
Yeah, I know, but let's not
play...
make it out like Notre Dame doesn't play a tough schedule.
Well, no, they do, but they're not playing in the SEC West.
I know. I'm just saying. Like
they're not playing in the SEC West.
I don't want to say they don't get to play Navy. Yeah, well, at LSU you get to play a bunch of FCS schools every year. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's a really good coach.
Play a FCS school.
Yeah, and then a couple more.
And then a whole bunch of SEC West teams,
I just think,
including Texas and Oklahoma.
I think we're overreacting to Brian Kelly being like not a bad hire, but that it was very strange for him to do that last night. I'm not saying otherwise.
I'm not saying this because of last night.
I know you've been saying it all week.
I've been. This has felt weird from the beginning. Lincoln Riley, he fits. Fit is so important, especially in college sports. And there's just something about this that doesn't seem right. That doesn't look like it's going to work. Now, he could end up proving me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Just weird. But there you go. Brian Kelly being
a weirdo.
He should have come out. Now, you won't get this reference, but there used to be a guy who did cooking on public television called Justin Wilson. He was the Cajun cook, and he had a real thick Cajun accent. But he used to wear like suspenders and plaid shirt. He should have come out like that last night and go, "I guarantee we're gonna put a little spice here in this gumbo, and it's gonna be so
Wouldn't have been much weirder than what he ended up doing.
That's true. Good point. Coming up, Friday Friend, Chris Basnett.
Nice.
And the movie club with guest star Michael Severe.
Yeah, because we need to have somebody in here who actually seen the movie.
Sorry. It's all coming up here on 1620 The Zone.
Hey everyone, Josh Peterson here for the FanDuel Sportsbook. We got a lot of good games coming up this weekend, but the biggest game in the NFL is actually coming up on Monday night when New England takes on Buffalo, and FanDuel is making the game even bigger for you if you are a new customer. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today, put in my promo code Josh162, and you can get exclusive 30-1 odds on either team to win this game outright. Yesterday, I said, hey, you get these great odds on Dallas and New Orleans, take Dallas. And what did they do? They won. They won by double digits. They covered the spread. They were good to go. On Monday, I now have to tell you who the winner is going to be. Friends, it's going to be New England. So while you might be sad, oh, no, I don't want New England to win, well, hey, be happy because $5 can turn into $150. All you got to do, download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today, put in my promo code Josh162, and take advantage of those 30-1 odds. You get your winnings now in as little as 2 hours. Plus, they have a variety of other sports odds and a whole lot more. FanDuel Sportsbook promo code Josh162. 21 plus and present in Iowa. New users only. $10 first deposit is required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus is $150. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
1620 The Zone is easy to hear anywhere. On air, online, and on social media. Wherever you are, we are. 1620 The Zone.
I'm not saying you have to love football,
We all have different likes and dislikes, people. Personally, I'm not a fan of the avocado. I just don't like the mouthfeel. But if you're someone who loves football, truly loves it well, my sportsbook app might be the greatest thing that has ever happened to you.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Tis a season at Glass House Market within Canoyer Garden Center. We'd like to be a part of your family's holiday tradition. Whether you're looking for a gift for that special someone or a wreath for your front door, we'd like to invite you to come shop our stunning holiday market full of Christmas decor, novelty items, and fresh greens. Shop Glass House Market, located within Canoyer Garden Center on 66th Street between Cornhusker and Highway 370 in Papillion.
At Canoyer Garden Center, everybody's got a green thumb.
Circadian
Jumanji, pulchritudinous.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
I never thought I'd be dealing with hunger at my age. Skipping one meal so I have enough food for the next. Not knowing how I'll afford groceries each week. This isn't how I want to live.
If you're facing food insecurity, there's a place to turn. Food Bank for the Heartland and its network partners are right here in your community, connecting you with the meals you need to thrive. Visit foodbankheartland.org today to find food near you or to make a donation.
At PetSmart, we are hiring for the holidays, but we can't hire cats as cashiers
Wait, how much?
or hire dogs to stock shelves. PetSmart is hiring people who'll do anything for pets and giving them competitive pay, flexible hours, medical benefits, and 50% off select PetSmart merchandise. Sorry, still not hiring dogs. Apply for full and part-time positions at careers.petsmart.com. PetSmart is an equal opportunity employer.
To celebrate State Farm's surprisingly great rates, we gave this song surprisingly great lyrics.
Here we go. It's so cheap. Yeah, got a great rate on the down low. 'Cause Jake isn't your average Joe. Hard to believe. Yeah, nobody does it like State Farm do. Never knew the rates were this low. Oh, they ain't that steep.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct is brought to you by Union Bank and Trust. Now back to the program.
Chris Basnett joining us from the Lincoln Journal-Star, HuskerExtra.com.
Have you ever had a show that you loved to join, held them close to your heart like a commemorative coin? Let me tell you a story of my situation. I used to join the best show in the U.S. nation, but all of a sudden, some young'un came to be and stole all my thunder at 1620. His golf sure is a dope he wouldn't hesitate to lend. The boys at Unsportsmanlike Conduct told me he was just a friend. You got what I need.
He's just such a natural.
But you say Chris is just a friend. But you say Chris is just a friend. Oh, baby, you.
I think the sky's the limit.
You got what I need.
I don't know if you learn a lot of these things.
But you say Chris is just a friend. You say Chris is just a friend.
It was perfectly boring.
This is another reason why this time of year sucks because of the angle of the sun. So if you're watching along right now on the YouTube or the Twitch or the Twitter, I've got a reflection coming through the window that's next to Josh, but it doesn't cover the whole window.
Correct.
It is ricocheting off of our hockey plexiglass,
the COVID
safety screen,
plexiglass,
the COVID screen, and now across. So now it's kind of like that scene in Tommy Boys. It's not so much here or here. It's like here. Baz, it's a good thing you're not on the TV right now. But I understand you're in Breckenridge?
Yeah, that's not the first time somebody said it's a good thing I'm not on TV. So I am in Breckenridge doing a little early family Christmas get together vacation for a few days. So yeah, up in the mountains here for a few days this weekend.
Do you ski?
I've never skied in my life, but I sled like a son of a gun. So
heck yeah.
Can you sled down the ski hills?
You know what? It's kind of funny. There's actually not very many of them open right now because I don't have hardly any snow up here. It's like 50 degrees here right now.
Oh my gosh.
So there's only like seven ski runs even open right now, I think.
Also, congrats, Baz, on getting out of assistant coaching duty, trying to follow that beat. It's been a wild week, so it's nice that you get to enjoy a little time off while that unfolds.
Yeah, I get to really relax and cover Nebraska basketball playing 4 overtime games instead. So it's been a lot better.
It's a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of fun.
At least in the Mountain Time Zone, it ended at a decent time.
That is true. I get a 10 a.m. tip-off
There
tomorrow,
you go.
So that's pretty sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I guess. Well, while we're on the basketball subject, I mean, it was such a late night. It's such a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
The team has already left for Bloomington this morning or late this morning, early this afternoon. I mean, is there any time to actually do Indiana prep?
No, I don't think so. And Fred Hoiberg said as much today during his availability. They took yesterday off just because they didn't even get back to Lincoln until almost 3 a.m. So they took yesterday off, went and did some rehab, just try and stretch out and things like that. And then today was again pretty light day, more of a mental day. So yeah, I don't think they had a real hard practice other than maybe some film study and doing things like that to get ready for Indiana, which that's a pretty tough way to go into your first Big Ten game.
Baz, we have been doing the comparisons between the football program and the basketball program since, both of these coaches arrived essentially, with their successes and failures, mostly failures. Can we have a similar conversation, do you think, about basketball right now in terms of learning how to win, needing to get one of these victories so they can, I guess, get over whatever mental hurdle there is? Or do you think that perhaps isn't really warranted at this time with hoops?
Well, I think the evidence is building, right? And Fred Hoiberg said today they're 2 possessions away from being 7-1 right now, and they're not. They're 5-3. You give up a late 3 to Western Illinois, and you blow a late lead against North Carolina State, and we can talk about the call or / non-call at the end of the game all you want. But Nebraska was up 14 with less than 10 minutes to go in that game, couldn't close it out, gave up a 14-0 run. So. It is. You have to learn how to do it, right? And there's no better way to learn how to do it than going out and actually doing it. So, yeah, I don't know if it's quite on the same level as football is yet. Now, if Nebraska loses the next, 8 or 9 games by a couple scores or single digits, then we can start talking about it. But the evidence certainly seems to be building in that direction, yes.
Would it have been, Baz, a PR disaster if the Mickey Joseph news that started the week by sounding like he was a done deal, and then there was some uncertainty for about 36 to 48 hours. If that had gone the other way, and if he'd had stayed, would Nebraska be facing a mini PR disaster right now?
Maybe a mini one. Yeah, I mean, at this point, with Nebraska's record, what it is, and everything else that's gone on, it's almost like one more thing on top of the pile, right? And so I don't know if disaster is the right word as much as it is just the latest, well, here we go again type moment. So, yeah, I mean, well, fortunately for Nebraska, it got done, and Mickey Joseph's coming here, and it seems to be universally praised as a really good hire. So don't have to worry about that. But, yeah, if this had been a sure thing and gone south, and yeah, it just would have been another bullet in the chamber for those that have been critical of the program.
Guys, what have you made of this week where, there are a couple of coaches that their names have been linked to specific jobs, like a Mickey Joseph, a Ron Brown at tailback, et cetera, and yet the offensive coordinator one just seems all over the place, where some days I'm hearing 3, 4, 5 names. Some days it's like, well, I have no idea who it is. What do we make of that, specifically given that Mickey Joseph now has been announced and we still don't know who the offensive coordinator is going to be?
Yeah, it's interesting. You wonder, and I think the thing that struck me about that today was Mickey Joseph has the pass game coordinator title attached to his name. So does that mean Nebraska's going to hire a run game coordinator / running backs coach, and you're gonna share offensive coordinating duties? Are you going to have an offensive coordinator that oversees those guys, or how's that going to work? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Nebraska has a guy pretty close to locked up on the offensive coordinator front. They've just done a really good job of keeping it under wraps. I really, truly don't know what to make of it. Clearly this was an important hire for Nebraska because of Mickey Joseph's, chops as a recruiter and his reputation to get high level guys and his ability to develop receivers at LSU. And certainly if you have the opportunity to hire a guy like that, especially if he's an alum, you have to do it no matter where you are with your other hires. So I don't really question that as much, but yeah, there's a lot of head scratching right now with that offensive coordinator spot. And it's perplexing considering how important we've been told that is.
As we know that Adrian's out, but earlier this week, Steve Sipple mentioned that, Cam Jurgens bears some serious watching. I think Damian Daniels probably bears some serious watching. What's your gut say about those two and what decision they may have to make?
Yeah, I mean, just snap judgment. I feel like Cam's a guy that should probably come back. I don't say that as an NFL draft expert or anything, but if you're if you're a center and you're getting told that you've got a chance to really improve your stock next year, if you're Cam Jurgens, it seems to make sense to me to come back, because there's a big difference between going in the third round or fourth round or fifth round or going in the first or second round. You're talking monetarily, you're talking having the chance to play maybe earlier on in your professional career, all those sorts of things. So to me, it seems like it would be a deal where he comes back, and who knows, maybe he gets a great grade from the NFL and he's gone. And, Damian Daniels seems like more of a guy that might be ready to move on, and I don't really base that on anything other than just what my gut's telling me. I think he might be ready to take the next step in his career, but you know what? We'll see. We think we have things figured out with Nebraska football, and then something crazy happens and it goes the opposite direction. So it's like everything else, like the offensive coordinator, like the rest of this coaching staff, it's going to be a wait and see situation.
Baz, given what you saw from Logan Smothers a week ago today, is it an obvious decision that Nebraska should enter the transfer portal for that position and have Logan versus somebody else, and heck, even Heinrich Harburg, etc., battle it out, or would you just go with him and whatever else you have on the roster moving forward?
No, college football is about talent acquisition, and if that means you need to go into the portal and find the best quarterback in the portal that's willing to come to Nebraska, you got to do it. And a lot of it, again, will depend on what the offensive coordinator wants in his quarterback too. And that this is no knock on Logan Smothers either, who I thought came in and played really well in that Iowa game when he did get chances this year. So, but you got to have the guys. That's why you hire Mickey Joseph, because he can get guys. You've got to have talent to win. And if you stand pat again at the quarterback position with the record where it is for Nebraska, that tells me you're maybe not quite as serious as about talent acquisition as you need to be. So yeah, it's about getting the best guys you can, no matter who's on your roster, and building around that. Chris
Basnett, enjoying some vacation, but still working.
Hard.
Yeah.
Always.
Is the game on BTN tomorrow?
It's a BTN game. Yep, 11 a.m. I believe it's Brad and our friends Brandon Godden and Stephen Bardo on the call tomorrow morning.
Do they get the BTN in the Colorado?
We've got the BTN in the place we're staying here in Colorado.
Good.
Yes.
Perfect.
That's good.
Perfect.
Makes it a lot easier for you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Baz,
else, you know what? I aspire up Kent Pavelka, and there you go.
There you go.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Chris Basnett, our Friday friend. Baz, always appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the time.
Bye, Baz.
Chris Basnett joining us on the Lanahunt Nurseries hotline.
Real quick before we get to movie club. So Sky has an idea. What would Brian Kelly sound like after 24 hours in Lincoln? And he says, sure do hate the traffic down on 27th and O Street about as much as I hate the Hawkeyes. Let's put some Dorothy Lynch on those birds next year and wash the state clean. What do you say? Which gave me an idea of like Brian Kelly, going and being at just a bunch of different locations to see how he would fit in. And Ride the Wave says it would be a great SNL skit, BK at various teams as pressers with a different accent. I like this. So he's just, hey, I'm here now.
So this is like all the different Callahans.
Exactly.
We had French Callahan,
North
German
Omaha Callahan.
North Omaha Callahan. We have Chicago Kelly.
Yeah. That one guy on Twitter,
Seattle Kelly,
who really hates Scott Frost.
Yeah.
That guy. So he tweeted, Brian Kelly in Nebraska. WTF is a runza. Like, yeah, him having to try the local flavor. Maybe he could have a hamburger pizza, like perhaps one of our next guests. He loves the hamburger pizza.
Do you know, by the way, okay, so we went to the game, right?
Uh-huh.
And the wife had to have a piece of Valentino's.
My wife.
They only have hamburger and cheese.
Yeah, that's what it's always been like.
No pepperoni?
I know, it's pretty
When do they
gross.
not have pepperoni?
In Memorial Stadium. He's shaking his head.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
This is great.
He's
He's just shaking his head. Why do I live here? Why am I not in Alaska right now?
Yes, we are going to have a special guest in the movie club today. Someone who actually finished the assignment.
Yes.
But Kent Wolgamott's going to join us for the first time in 3 weeks.
Oh, wait, it's been 3 weeks since
3
we had
weeks.
Kent on? So you guys had 3 weeks to watch Dune.
I was in the islands. The internet didn't work. The dog ate the
I was in
homework.
Iowa. The internet didn't work.
You weren't in Iowa 2 weeks ago, Nick.
Was I?
Nope.
I was here.
You were here.
Everyone quiet because it's time for a hydration break. Brought to you by Social and Elkhorn, 192nd and Pacific. The Movie Club featuring Dune is next on 1620 The Zone and 1620 The Zone TV.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone. 1620 The
T-shirt
Zone.
in the car.
From the
It's
Burton
right
Days-
behind
more time saving.
you know, the
traffic.
middle console,
It's like
right
getting
behind the middle
crash on
console.
Cornhusker
Where
at
normally you'd have you put your
36th.
drinks and stuff.
Otherwise,
and
no
drink
major
over.
wrecks to
Sure.
avoid
Grab me
delays
that,
on
please.
L Street for both directions around 90th. You could also see some delays on Dodge for both directions between 84th and 81st. And then if you're heading east on West Center Road, a little bit of a delay right around 168th. I'm Mike Neville. This time-saving traffic is brought to you by IBEW Local 22.
Does great pay, fully funded medical benefits, and a solid retirement sound good to you? IBEW has immediate openings for residential electricians. Invest in yourself with IBEW Local 22. Call John at 402-973-0613.
Saturday night, the Jays have a date with Iowa State. Pre-game coverage begins with Ravi Lula at 6:30. Tip-off is at 8. It's Saturday.
The Blue Jays are home on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The Keg.
Hi, guys. It's Andrew with Brookside Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. The WAVE technology at Brookside Medical was tested by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic, and the results are in. It's proven to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED by treating the root cause, call us now, and not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, we'll also include something unique that produces immediate results in the bedroom. I don't think I've ever seen it fail. This is a $600 value, free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 402-671-7777. That's 402-671-7777. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Brookside Medical Clinic now to qualify. 402-671-7777.
Email Severe and Benning on the Equitable Bank inbox with your love, your hate, or what you think about your hot takes. The Zone inbox is brought to you by Equitable Bank. We take banking personally. We want to hear from you in an Equitable Bank Zone inbox.
Let's face it, credit cards are pretty much a necessity.
New tires for the car? Here's my card.
I order takeout, use my card. And most of us just accept the high interest rates credit cards charge as a necessary evil.
What are you going to do?
Get a low fixed-rate credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream from $5,000 to $100,000 and pay off those credit card balances. Apply online, and you could get your money as soon as the day you apply. The average credit card company charges over 19% APR, but with Lightstream, you can get a fixed rate as low as 4.98% APR with autopay and excellent credit.
Now I can pay off my high-interest credit cards and save money with a much lower rate.
Apply today at lightstream.com/radio and get an additional interest rate discount. That's lightstream.com/radio. Lightstream.com/radio.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 4.98% APR to 19.99% APR and include a 0.5% auto pay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/radio for more information.
The holidays are almost here, and on the Yuletide Romance Channel, we've got 3,200 full-length, all-new movies. Coming this season, high-powered executive Lauren leaves her job in Manhattan to visit her family in Ogallala. She's invited to a holiday party hosted by her old high school boyfriend, Luke, who just happens to still be single, owns a Christmas tree farm, and is a model. When Lauren brings Nebraska Lottery Scratch and Lotto tickets to the party, $1 Merry Match 2, $3 Holiday Prize Lines, $5 Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, and great lotto games like Powerball and Nebraska Pick 5, the tickets instantly spark joy and a long-lost love. Tune in for instant joy in Ogallala. And don't worry if you miss it. All our movies have the same exact plot.
Spread some real instant joy this holiday. Get Nebraska Lottery Scratch and Lotto tickets. Top prize odds vary by game.
Join Ravi Lula for the Creighton Athletics Hour. They're talking all things Blue Jays, so you don't want to miss it. It's the Creighton Athletics Hour, Thursdays, starting at 6 o'clock, only on 1620 The Zone, 1620thezone.com, and your 1620 The Zone mobile app.
Shop Woodhouse Place Hyundai and Nissan, 144th and Giles. KOZN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. Friday, the final day of the week. These are the voyages of the program Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Its ongoing mission to explore strange new movies, to seek out new bits and new edifications, to boldly go where no radio program has gone before. Elkent's Movie Club. It's Elkent's Movie Club. Elkent's Movie Club. It's Elkent's Movie Club.
What did I miss?
It's just the way Michael is shaking his head. Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to have Michael Severe back on the program as part of Kent's Movie Club. And we say hello for the first time in several weeks to Kent Wogelman of the Lincoln Journal-Star. Hello, Kent.
Hello, Mr. Severe. Long time.
Kent, who was naked in the movie, bro? How many naked people in the movie? That's all I want to know.
Not in this one, man.
Come get the dogs. Come get the dogs, please. I'm sorry.
Not in this one.
Darn it. I thought Jessica was going to take those clothes off.
Opening today is Paul Verhoeven, who made Basic Instinct, among others, has a lesbian nun 17th century French picture out called Bernadette.
Yeah.
Naked early and often.
Okay. All right. I don't like that. My middle sister's name is Bernadette. I don't like that. I don't want to hear about this. I don't like it.
Michael was very excited and intrigued and totally out on the movie within like 10 seconds.
No, thanks. No, change the name. Doesn't sound good to me at all.
And Josh, this is for you.
Oh, yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. I did not enjoy Thanksgiving very much last Thursday, Kent. Not at all. Not at all.
But Michael didn't enjoy last night. So
I've moved on to the draft, baby.
There you go. Hey, yeah, it's all about April.
Give me top 10 pick.
Oh, wait, my team doesn't have any picks. Never mind. Well, the movie is Dune.
Mm-hmm.
But and part of the reason why, the reason we have Michael here is he actually finished the assignment, and he didn't even know what the assignment was.
Yeah, you watched this, Michael, like when it originally went up on HBO Max, didn't you?
Yeah, the day it went up, the whole family, we all watched it. You know, I had to read it in school. We read it in 7th grade, Miss Hazel Jackson's class at St. Rita, the Rockets, go Rockets. And I read it then. I saw the movie, which was in '84 around Christmas time.
I saw
my sister gave me the tickets to go see the movie because she worked at a radio station and she gave me free tickets, and I saw it. And then we saw it when it debuted on HBO Max. I am a huge fan of the book series back when I used to read, and I'm a fan of the movie so far. I like it.
How many books are there, Michael? Because I've
Well,
never.
I know of 5 books. I know of
There's a
5
ton of
books
them.
total, but I know there's more than that. But I only got to the 5th book when there's a morphing between the humans and the worms. It got a little out of hand for me then, you know. It went a little too far. I was done. I was out.
Now, if memory serves, Kent, because I saw the original 2 in theaters back in '84, they weren't intending to, draw the series out, were they, with the original, Kent, or was that just a one-off?
Well, what happened with that one is it was supposed to be one, and David Lynch made it, and it was supposed to run close to 3 hours, and the studio cut it to like an hour and 45 minutes and made it pretty nearly incomprehensible. So, no, it was not. And of course, this one is, which, as I told Josh the other day, that's my biggest criticism of it. I just hate movies that don't end, right? That tell half of a story and then, oh, you got to come back in 2 years and see the rest of it.
You're so
that
old.
Drives me nuts.
You're so old. Oh my God.
I don't know what we are and aren't spoiling, but I will say one of the last lines from it, because I will agree with you, Kent, to a degree. Like it annoyed me when near the end of the movie, one of the characters like, this is only the beginning. It's like, we just had a 2.5 hour movie. How is this only the beginning?
Well, wait, come on, man. This is what we do now.
The line, I know, just the line annoyed me though.
This is
I didn't
awesome.
like the line.
2021 is so much greater because we had and Kent, you know this. How many movies came out where they wanted it to be one thing, the director couldn't get it, so they took it from the director, screwed it, like Touch of Evil, greatest example ever. Let the man edit the movie, right? Same thing was true with David Lynch. If they'd have let him edit it at probably 3 hours, 20 minutes, I would have gone and watched it. But instead of doing that, they screw it up. Let's make it as long as possible. None of us are dying soon, hopefully. Let's just keep going. Why not? What's wrong with it?
If you're going to do that, make the whole movie and put it all out. And maybe you have to pay for it twice, but make it so you can see the whole story.
Well, you know why they didn't have it approved. They couldn't get it approved.
Absolutely.
Right.
They were waiting to see if it did anything at the box office before they green light the second one.
Right.
Yeah. Wasn't there some of the earlier showings of this? It didn't say part one. Like it would only just say Dune, and then because the one I saw in theaters, it said at the very beginning, it says part one. But I thought I read that in some of the early showings, it didn't say part one.
You are correct. When it was at like the Cannes Film Festival, it just said Dune.
Interesting. Because they were waiting for it to get greenlit, right, for the second one.
Yes.
Yeah.
My 15-year-old do that until it got decent reception. And this thing is now, I believe it's in the top 5 worldwide movies this year. So U.S. movies, not so much. U.S. it just did a little over 100 million, but internationally it's close to 500 million now.
When they released the information that it was going to be multiple parts, my 15-year-old son comes in. He goes, I need you to sit down for a second. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, I have bad news. I'm like, what? He goes, Dune's going to be multiple parts. I go, I don't care. Watch them all. I am very excited. If they made 6 of them, right? I'm gonna watch Hawkeye with the kids a little bit later. We're used to watching multiple parts of things now. That's the way things work for me. I'm good, man. I have no problem with it.
And I guess if it was television, I guess it wouldn't, a streaming thing entirely. But I went to see it in the theater. I think Josh did.
Yep.
This
I
is,
saw it
by the way, is a movie that I would recommend seeing in the theater just for the spectacular
90-inch TV, baby. 90 inches. We're fine. We're fine.
I don't have a wall that big.
Right there. We're fine. It's like a mini theater right there.
It was like it was one of the most gorgeous movies I've ever watched on the big screen. Like just the sand and the way everything looked and how aged everything was like within the world. I think that's one of my favorite parts about movies like this is when it's like society is being crippled and you can see how it has become, how things have decayed over the years. Like that was one of the first things you notice is just, oh, this is a very interesting and sometimes bad world that these people are in.
Want to know one of the technical tricks that they used to make that sand world look the way it did? Instead of shooting on green screen, they developed a brown screen.
Oh,
really?
Yep.
I'm so old. It was blue when I was it's blue screen, then green screen. Now you got brown screen.
Brown screen.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't even show up.
That's correct. You just disappear.
No, just a beard.
Your job is to summarize the plot.
Oh, I can do that. That's no problem.
Okay, good. I was going to say.
Here's what's great.
The guy literally has House Atreides, and it's spelled correctly in his avatar.
Here's the thing. What I love about this is that you could not really and truly do this as easy as you can now without everything we've been watching, right? Do you agree? Well, because of Game of Thrones and everything you need to learn about Game of Thrones or any the Walking movies, Harry Potter, it doesn't matter. All of those things force us to learn so many things. So it's so easy. Now first of all, it's Harkonnen. What the hell is that house? I don't even understand that making up different names. But it's really simple. All it is, it's a coming of age story. Whether it's Luke or Jesus, I don't care. The stories are all the same. You have someone who's destined to be something, who goes through a process of training, getting over things, dealing with the overwhelming that I'm going to be a leader and I don't know how to do it. And then in the end, well, I'm not going to give away the movie, but in the end, you get to a point where you're no longer even a part of society. Like you become like Vader almost, right? So that's it. The whole idea is just a coming of age story, like all the ones we've watched before.
Okay, now give me some details.
All right, let's detail some. So, the first movie, and I like this because in the book, the training of Paul Atreides is so detailed, right? Everything he goes through, whether it's Duncan, Idaho training him, or any of the other guys training him, or his mom, right? His mom does a great job of training him. She's actually his trainer because, he wasn't supposed to be a boy. He was supposed to be a girl. She did this because his dad wanted it. And so she said, well, I've got to figure out a way to train him. So when it comes to the point where the Bene Gesserit test him, he won't die. And so she trains him. And the whole first movie is just the training of Paul. And then, of course, the overtaking of, you have House Atreides have to go into the planet and be able to be in charge. But at the same time, the Harkonnens had set all this up anyway for them to go in there and take it over. And we haven't even seen two of the other things that we need to see in the second movies. The overall, the Emperor, we haven't seen any of that stuff yet. So we got a long way to go in the movie. But it's just, again, it's all about the training of Paul Atreides so he can eventually become this incredible thing that all the societies have been taught about over the course of the history of the movies.
Michael, is
the
your
Emperor
family
doesn't even show up in the first movie.
He's not going to show up. He doesn't show up in the first. That's fine, because how long did it take to show up in the book? Besides just talking about him in the books, I don't think he shows up early in the books either.
So,
has your family seen this movie, Michael?
Huh?
Had your or read the books rather? Had your
No.
wife, had the kids read it?
No, it's funny because I had to convince my wife to watch the movie. And I said, you love this kind of stuff. And she's like, I don't think so. But I told her that Momoa gentleman was in it. And she was like, okay, well, let's do this. And so she watched it because Jason was in it. And she loved it. She's excited about the second part now. But
Yeah,
if you're a Star Wars fan, you love this stuff.
I was going to ask what they thought of, I guess, how dense the movie can be. Because it just kind of, I liked it, that it just dropped you into the world. And it's like, hey, you got to figure this out. Now, you mentioned a bunch of stuff a few minutes ago. I think we've gotten really used to in pop culture, some of our stories being a little bit more complicated. And it's not just, hey, we're going to hold your hand. There's very little hand holding in this movie. What did they think of that?
My youngest really liked it. My oldest, he was 15, thought it was a little slow. You can speak to this though, Kent. Dulaveneve, whatever the hell his name is. Every movie he makes though is fairly slow, right? I mean, Arrival took forever to get going. Sicario, he just makes these kind of movies. So
he's
they
not
all
a
like
top
it.
film director at all. I mean, he doesn't try to make a Marvel superhero movie that doesn't have any underlying depth to it, right? His whole point is to take these movies and make serious, real movies out of them. And so he's done this in a movie that is almost, it wants to be, or in the public imagination, maybe it wants to be something like a Star Wars or one of those kind of movies. And this is really a step above that in a way.
Yeah.
Much like Blade Runner 2049, which was his other really big movie. That isn't just a futuristic thriller, right? There's way more to it going on. And what I thought that he did very well was managed to incorporate this really, as you called it, dense story in a way that you could follow it, right? And it bogs down in a few places. There's a little too much exposition, but I'm not so sure you could do it without that, right? Some of that explanation you have to do, or you'd really baffle people. The other thing that he did is didn't let the effects overwhelm the movie.
Yep.
Even though those worms were pretty spectacular, and they were really spectacular on the big screen, I thought.
Yep.
But it didn't overwhelm. It didn't become a movie about the effects.
Yeah.
How about the acting? Talk about the acting, Kent. I mean, I know the first movie had incredible cast. Like Jean-Luc Picard is in the first movie. You don't even think about him in it. But let's talk about the acting and all the great cast.
Well, I thought if you want me to single out the people that I thought were really good, Jason Momoa he's not in it a lot. He is Duncan, Idaho, one of the, what would you call them, weapons guys, I guess. And he adds a little humor to the movie, which
some of the only humor really in the movie is from him.
Right. And that really was helpful. The great Charlotte Rampling, who is also in the Lesbian Nun movie. She's the Mother Superior. She's not one of the lesbian nuns. Was great as the head of this.
Been a Jesuit.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
I went to Catholic school, bro. I was always scared of nuns. It didn't take much for me to terrify that woman. That woman scared the heck out of me.
I thought she was quite good, and Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård as who's the real bad guy, at least so far.
The Baron.
We're good, and Timothy Chalamet I think is how you say his name.
Yeah.
I thought he was okay. He doesn't quite strike me as the big hero that he has to be, but there's a little more of the movie yet to come.
But Ken, he's only 15 in the book, so he's not Kyle MacLachlan, and he's supposed to look 15, right?
For a guy that's in his mid-20s.
Yeah, he's coming into his own, is what he is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You got to have his youngs.
And he was pretty stoic for the most part. You know, he had that one scene where they're kind of like in the tent thing or whatever you want to call it, where he really kind of showed some emotion. So I'm expecting, because I talked to my girlfriend after it, she said the same thing. Yeah, Chalamet, he was good, but he wasn't as good as he's been in some other ones. So I wonder if that's going to perhaps come in the second one.
You mean the Wickening tent?
Is that what it is?
All of your tears and all of your sweat and makes it into a fluid you can drink, which is still the grossest thing in the world.
It's disgusting.
That was, yes. No,
I love the design. Like, Kent, you mentioned the special effects are almost a lack thereof a couple minutes ago. The helicopter thing, that was awesome.
The Dragonfly helicopter.
Cool.
That's cool. Yeah,
that was great.
They tried that in real life, by the way. It didn't work.
Yeah,
it didn't work. Shocking.
It didn't work. It did not work. No.
So okay, so the second part, what are we looking at? 2 years, literally?
Probably 3 would be my guess.
3
years. If they just lit it, I assume that they wrote both at the same time. That's assumption I'm working on, is they went in and had it written, and they probably have all these people contracted on the basis of it gets picked up, you come back.
Google says 2023. October 20th, 2023. That's on IMDb.
That's not bad.
I would be shocked if they make it, but they might.
Yeah.
2023, that's 2 years. That's because usually it takes about 2 years to make a movie with a lot of special effects, right? Like Chloe Zhao, who made Eternals. I talked to her when Nomadland was getting all that attention because of the Academy Award earlier this year, right? That was this year.
Yeah.
And so I guess I talked to her late last year, and she'd already been working on Eternals for a year, well over a year.
All I can hear is Schick and Nick doing your voice. Is all I can hear when you talk now. Is all I can hear. You ever remember that movie? It was that movie, The Presidents. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That's all I can hear now.
Have they started filming it? Have they started filming the second one?
Who, Schick and Nick?
No. Never mind. They're going to start filming it, Kent, in July is when they're going to start filming.
Put a year on that. They're going to have to get on the get-go to get it by the next October.
Yeah.
That'd be a fast turnaround.
Yeah. And great. You know what? Also the mom who played Jessica, his mom, I thought she was great.
Yeah.
And she added a lot to it. I thought the woman they had who was a man in the original movie who's now a woman. They switched it over. I like her too. The one that taught him how to wear the suit, the one who was an expert in all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The doctor, I liked her too. She was really good. That was a man in the first movie. They switched that over.
And one of the things he did do is pump up sort of the women's role in this compared
There's a sausage
to
fest
women,
in the first movie.
the female roles
Yeah.
in this compared to
Mm-hmm.
the Lynch movie and also the book.
And don't forget the Baron in the original one is homosexual, and they play that up a lot.
Yes.
I don't think that we're going to see as much of that in these upcoming movies. He'll still be weird. He won't have the boils. He won't have the heart plug thing. Thank God. That he had in the first movie. So I don't want any of that junk. That was nasty. That was not good.
Our friend Chance, commenting in the comment section saying the second half of the book is a better part of the book.
Yeah, you set everything up in the first part. Like I was saying, you got to train Paul and everything. Now he can just go on to be this weird, funky eye-colored weird dude from here on.
Should I read it?
Why I wanted to see the whole story.
Hey, why don't you see the whole story? As long as no one's naked, it's fine, and there's no bucket seats. What did you say, Josh?
I was going to say, should I read the book before the second one comes out?
I think you should read the book. Don't you think, Ken? I think you should read the book. It's an easy
reading. It's actually might help. To get all the details, although if you want to be surprised about what happens, you shouldn't read the book. But I had read the books before I saw the movies, so I don't think it does that great a damage. You want to know something wacky Dune related you want to watch? This director named Jodorowsky, who made these really odd movies in the 60s, was going to do I believe he's Spanish, maybe, was going to do an adaptation of Dune.
He did all the art for it.
He did all the art for it and then never got it made. And there's a documentary about it called Jodorowsky's Dune. And it is whacked. Have you seen it?
Well, Kit, so he says, well, how long do you expect this to be? And he's like, well, I don't know. What do you guys think? He's about 2 hours. He goes, about 11. I'm hoping for 11 hours. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, we're not making that, buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's not happening. I don't think so. But yeah, you're right. So it's been tried to be made. It was a cartoon. It was a movie we talked about. They did a mini series for a little while. Everybody's been trying to make this, and they're going to make a movie just on the Bene Gesserits. That's going to go straight to, I think, HBO Max too, a series. So we got a lot coming. If you're into the Dune stuff, you're going to get a ton of it over the next couple of years.
All right. There it is. It's Dune. It's no longer on HBO Max. I'm sure it'll be back on HBO Max in a few weeks. or a couple months.
Thanks to John and Nick for participating. I really appreciate it.
It'll probably be on HBO early next year would be my guess.
March, April, probably. Something like that.
My favorite part is the worm in the sands.
Well,
worm sign, baby. Worm sign.
That's a lot of the movie. Then.
Every time Damon starts talking about high school football, I'm like, worm sign.
So Nick, it's your pick, right?
Nick,
I thought it was your pick.
Okay,
I mean, I can go if you want me to.
No, I've got.
Do we want to allow guest picker? Do we want to allow Michael to pick one of the movies?
Sure.
Do you have a movie, Michael, that you'd want us to pick?
Could it be any kind, old, new, or anything?
As long as it's streaming.
They don't like theater movies.
No, we like theater movies.
It's hard to go to the movies nowadays. I understand that.
Thank you, Michael.
Oh, they didn't like my theater movie.
Oh, was it one of those weird things at an independent theater where you had to go and you had to like show your card that you were a hippie?
It was Last Night in Soho.
Last Night in Soho.
Yep, same thing. Let's see. I would say Basic Instinct because that just kind of jumps out at me.
Any reason in particular?
That was awful, man.
You speak for yourself.
Last year.
Were you a teenager when it came out?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was.
You would have liked it more.
That's when we learned how good your freeze frame was, and
yes.
if you had a 2-head or a 4-head VCR.
Exactly.
That's when you knew.
Yeah. All I watch is superhero movies for the most part. So I would be good. I take all the kids to all superhero movies. The Eternals. We're going to see that probably this weekend for the first time. We finally got a chance to go all together to the movie theater, so we're excited about going to see that. Yeah.
Well, I'd be interested to hear what you think about that because this is very much a Chloe Zhao movie as well.
Okay. Did you like Shang-Chi, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great too.
I like that. I actually subscribed to Disney Plus to watch the Beatles thing, which was great. Yeah. And so then I watched Shang-Chi again.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed Shang-Chi. We saw it in the theaters when it came out this summer.
Yeah.
It was really good, and I like you, Kent. I've started the Beatles doc. I haven't. I'm just getting started.
Yeah, bro, I ain't watching that, man. I ain't watching.
I was gonna say I was waiting for the slander from Michael about the Beatles.
I'm just glad we could all come together.
Oh, good grief!
You're horrible.
Let's go with. I've been wanting to see this, and it is now on HBO Max, and it's there for still a couple more weeks. King Richard.
Oh, it's great.
Oh,
It's
that's
great.
really good.
Watch it with the whole family. My grandmother, my mom loved it. It's so good.
Will Smith. It's
and
about
Will Smith's going to win the Academy Award.
Yeah, he
for that.
definitely is. Yeah.
Wouldn't you? I would think, wouldn't you, Michael?
I think so, sure. I mean, just the way he handled the emotion of it and the way he changed his body to kind of look like Richard Williams, it was incredibly well done. I mean, you get emotional in that movie too. It makes you, and when you know the whole story of that family and everything that happened, it's even more emotional to watch that thing.
And those two girls were good too, I thought.
They were. The older sister, they moved back to Compton because he wanted them to deal with some strife. And, she gets killed in a drive-by in real life.
Oh, wow.
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's all. Wow. Yeah. If you read his book or their books, it's crazy what they went through in Compton. And they didn't have to live there. They had the money. They lived there by choice. He wanted them to go through stress.
Well, we'll detail it more next week.
Yeah.
King Richard now streaming on HBO Max, starring Will Smith. It is the story of of Richard Williams, the father of Serena and Venus, and their development and their life. So
all right.
Interesting. Michael, it's good to see you again.
Thank you, guys. It was awesome. Hey, watch out for that Nick guy. He's a little weird. Just gonna put that out there. A little weird.
Yeah, he was getting a little uncomfortable anytime you would make references about naked people.
Well, every time he said the other day, you think that Orgeron's from Louisiana? And I went, what the hell did he say?
I never said
yeah, he's from Louisiana. You think he's native to the state?
That.
You can't say that. You asked
like
if Orgeron was native to the state of Louisiana. You said that. I was in my kitchen. I threw something against the window.
You did. Yeah.
Michael plays the window now.
Michael is very defensive of his former home state. Very.
Go Tigers. Yeah. He's from Louisiana.
Can you talk like Ed, Michael?
A little bit. I can do a little bit of him. Yeah. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. I tell you right now, that's the way it works.
My great-grandfather was Cajun, and I could never understand him.
I can understand what he's saying. Yeah, we're Creole people. We're a little different. We're not quite Cajun.
Yeah.
We're a little bit different.
Yeah, quite a little different.
Not as much coon ass, more I eat a lot of gumbo. That's me.
All right, there's the movie. By the way, Kent, you haven't even commented on our fancy new graphics. I mean, we
I was shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Look at this.
That's pretty cool.
I've been working hard.
Are we all going to do this?
What's your bosses? What was that, Michael?
Are we all going to do this? Is like the morning show going to do this? Is the afternoon show?
Yeah, Damon has volunteered to build all the graphics for the morning show.
You're on Twitch, so you're gamers now. Congrats.
Yep, I love that Donkey Kong, right, John?
I'm a big Donkey Kong guy, man.
Me too, man. Yeah, that's right.
Donkey Kong and Atari X's
Pitfall. You said Pitfall the other day. I love me some Pitfall, boy.
Pitfall was a good game.
It was a good game.
Yeah, really good game.
Very cool.
All right, that is the Movie Club with special guest Michael Severe.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
Of the Lincoln Journal-Star. Thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Talk to you next week, Kat.
See you next week.
I can't.
And of course, you can see Michael hear Michael on the morning show.
Yeah,
with Damon Benning. All right, Fun Movie Club.
Yeah, that was a blast
this week. Fun Movie Club this week here on 1620 The Zone, and we're gonna stay up here on the video. And
hell yeah, we are
on the Twitch.
Yeah,
and we will have more of Unsportsmanlike content. And it's a one beer Friday.
Thank God.
I brought beer.
We're doing 2 beers apparently today.
Yeah, we're gonna try a little bit of whatever this weird stuff my wife found, but we're gonna drink Nick's because Nick's looks like it's actually drinkable.
Yeah, we got to clean out some glasses for yours. We got time. We got plenty of time.
I think they're already clean over there.
Are they? I don't think I cleaned them last time. I'm gonna clean them again. They've been sitting in here for a month. I always like cleaning the glasses before we have them. Always like cleaning.
I just thought we'd just pass the bottle around.
I mean, we could if you wanted to. And COVID, people forget.
Omicron.
Yeah, it's in Nebraska. You see.
Yeah. All right, we will be back in a minute.
Nice.
This is Unsportsmanlike Conduct on 1620 The Zone.
Zone, taste of our takes. So,
one, I don't trust Trev, and two, Scott, come on, man. You're an assistant coach. I've seen it. You can't take blame. Let me tell you, Dan, we lost 6 Rangers in 1983 when we jumped into Grenada at 400 foot. 2 of those were my guys. You got to take responsibility.
For more, tune in every day to 1620 AM or go to 1620thezone.com. Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Partly cloudy skies and a little bit breezy as we head into tonight. Chilly with an overnight low down to about 31 degrees in Omaha. Heading into your Saturday, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. A little bit cooler with the high tomorrow near 46 degrees with gusty winds. I'm meteorologist Caitlin Harvey with KTV News Watch 7.
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct, brought to you by a great friend of the program, Union Bank and Trust.
1620 The Zone. Traffic.
From the Burton AC Heating, Plumbing, and More Time-Saving Traffic Center. Looks like we're getting reports of a crash on Cornhusker at 36th. Otherwise, no major wrecks to avoid. Delays on L Street for both directions around 90th. You can also see some delays on Dodge for both directions between 84th and 81st. And then if you're headed east on West Center Road, a little bit of a delay right around 168th. I'm Mike Neville. This time-saving traffic is brought to you by Fernando's Omaha.
The Mighty Margarita may visit other establishments, but its home is Fernando's. That's because Fernando's is the home of the $6 house margarita. Yeah! When the urge for a margarita strikes, go to where the margarita lives and get your Fernando's fix.
Now, you don't get to play as much as the offense and defense, but it must be cool to be called special teams. It just sounds good. What team are you on? The special team. That's tight, right? Oh, if you're a fan of special teams, you can just bet on those. My Sportsbook app has prop bets, so have at it, people. It's a special app, people.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
It's that time of year again, so I got you a little present. My festive holiday feast. Get one of my medium specialty pies, like my classic combo, or my taco pie, plus a medium one-topper, and my sweet cinnamon monkey bread with festive holiday sprinkles. All this for only $28.99. I always get sentimental this time of year. About pizza. Godfather's Pizza. Do it.
Circadian
Jumanji.
Pulchritudinous. Guys, let's face it, there is a time when you just need to get out of the house, to have your own place, to be with the guys, or just a quiet, relaxing place for yourself. Well, Hearth Cigars and Pipes Lounge hears you loud and clear. Settle in. Escape to Hearth Cigars and Pipes Lounge for an incredible selection, plus premium cocktails, a knowledgeable, friendly staff, state-of-the-art humidor, and incredible lounge. Hearth Cigars and Pipes Lounge, just off I-680 at 48th Street, next to Covey's.
If you're like most people, you're probably more than a little concerned about the state of the world around us today. Strange times. The stock market all-time highs every day. U.S. debt never been higher right now. Dollars losing value. And let's not forget about inflation, the highest since 2008. Remember what happened in 2008. So how do you protect your money, your retirement, your savings? Well, many people, just like you, are turning to Old Faithful to protect themselves during these difficult times. And Old Faithful is real gold and silver from the Oxford Gold Group, the kind you can actually hold in your hands and have in your IRA. No better time than the present to protect your future and the future of your family. Call the Oxford Gold Group right now, 833-928-GOLD. They will send you their free guide on investing in gold and silver and answer all of your questions. Protect your money before things get even worse out there. Call the Oxford Gold Group today at 833-928-GOLD. Oxford is here to help you protect your savings and retirement. That's 833-928-GOLD.
Someone once said that the best part about memories is making them. So let's go and make some amazing holiday memories in Sarpy County, Nebraska. What kid, or even kid at heart, doesn't love driving around to look at Christmas lights? So be sure to hit Light Up Bellevue, Downtown Papillion, and the many displays throughout the county. Sarpy County is also a fantastic place for holiday shopping, holiday eating, and spending precious time with the ones you love. Click GoSarpy.com to plan your holiday adventure. So much, so near, so fun!
For Creighton Sports News, tune into Blue Jay Banter every Monday night at 6. And if 1 hour isn't enough for your Blue Jay fix, check out BlueJayBanter.com. Get up to the minute recruiting news, commentary, and chat with other Blue Jay fans. That's Blue Jay Banter, Monday night at 6 on 1620 The Zone.
Everyone for Omaha. The Omaha Mavericks hockey team is home this Friday and Saturday at Baxter Arena. Tickets are available for just $10. Get yours now at omavs.com/tix. Come out and support your Mavericks hockey team this weekend at Baxter Arena.
It's beginning to look like a safe Christmas. Frontier Justice is fully stocked with gifts for mom, the kids, the dog, and of course, dad. Membership is the gift that gives all year long. No initiation fees, free range time for 365 days for you and a guest. Pair membership with a class, and your family will be ready to make the memories of a lifetime. The boutique offers a unique set of gift ideas for everyone. Frontier Justice, 82nd and Center. Online at frontier-justice.com. Faith, family, and freedom with Frontier Justice.
Make the right call, fans. The Rooferees at John Higgins Weather Guard.
Rooferees. This is Unsportsmanlike Conduct with John Bishop and Josh Peterson.
Choo-choo.
The 1620. The Zone.
Who won, Nick?
Ryan.
Ryan.
So we've given away 3 of the 5 pairs, which means in the last 90 minutes of the program, we got 2 more pair of tickets to tomorrow night's Creighton, Iowa State game. 8 o'clock start right here on 1620 The Zone. And the good news is the tickets are digital. So once we get your...
What about me, John?
Well,
I need the paper.
No,
and then I'll read the paper.
I need it for my scrapbook.
You'll be listening at
have one of
home
those.
on 1620
I
The
do
Zone
too.
or 1019 The Keg while somebody else goes in your place.
Omaha's number 1 for variety, some would say.
1620 The Zone is?
1019 The Keg. No, soon to be 1019 The Zone. I used to have
10
a
to 3
every
Yeah.
Saturday.
First the Vidya, then the FM.
Then we take over. Yeah, then we're the bosses. I used to have one of those ticket books. I got it from a girlfriend. And
ticket. Where the
So I'd
season
put-
tickets come in the book.
No. I
Oh.
would put like, hey, I went to the game. I put a ticket in there.
Oh, like it was like a scrapbook.
Scrapbook. I did
Oh,
it with
I didn't know there was such a thing.
I did it
for
with movie tickets too. For the longest time, I had all my tickets.
What if did
so I'd have like
not all
Spider-Man 2002.
Oh,
I saved all my concert tickets for a hot minute. Then I just started getting so many. I still have my first one though.
Wow, brag much there, Nick?
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool
See,
perk.
Honestly, you know what started happening is I'd have a media pass, or then they went digital, and I just
Brag too much?
Well, it's pretty nice being a media member sometimes, Nick. It's
Yeah,
very
I
legal.
know. You don't have to tell me.
Very
I still
legal.
have a lot of
very
my
cool.
media passes.
I do too. I have a like a poster. I think it's at my parents' house in their basement somewhere.
Really?
A bunch of my media passes.
I just have mine hanging up in my bedroom for now. I'm running out of space though.
Yeah. I need to hang it. I don't have an office right now. When I get an office again,
Womp womp.
not here. I mean like a home office. When I have a home, who knows if I'll ever have a home, but a guy can dream. I'm saving some money.
Real quick tonight so we can get back kind of on clock.
On clock, yeah. Pac-12 championship.
Well,
Friday night.
Great. Pac-12
Movies.
championship. Who cares?
Okay.
Creighton volleyball won last night, but it came at a cost with the very unfortunate injury that happened in the second game as Creighton swept Ole Miss. Jayla Zimmerman, team captain. Not sure. We have not heard anything officially, but just judging by the fact that they had to carry her off the floor and she couldn't put any weight on the leg, probably not a good sign. But then Creighton went on to sweep Ole Miss, and now they play Kansas tonight over at the Sokol Arena. That'll start at 7. And Nebraska has Campbell in their first round matchup.
The soup?
No, the Camels. The Campbell Camels.
Campbell Camels. That's
where Mike Minter coaches.
Kind of a tongue twister.
Yeah, Campbell Camels.
That's the second time that Campbell's come up on the program over the last few months. But the first time was when he beat your favorite coach because the guy doesn't punt. You hate that guy. Remember, didn't Mike Minter's team, didn't they destroy them?
Oh, yeah, they destroyed him.
Yeah,
That was
like
funny.
70-3 or something stupid.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah. Not great, Bob.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with volleyball this weekend. And when we continue, it's not really the lead, but there is another story going on regarding the exit meetings with some of these Nebraska players. One in particular.
Oh.
That was reported on.
Okay.
And I wonder how people are going to react.
It's a good question.
I wonder how people are going to react.
It's a good question.
That and more. It's a One Beer Friday. So whatever it is you're drinking, send us a picture, hashtag One Beer Friday, put it up on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed, and we'll retweet just to share with the world what's going on out there. One Beer Friday, 1620, The Zone.
The NFL plays here on 1620, The Zone.
Hey, everybody, it's Michael Severe and Damon Benning for FanDuel Sportsbook. They're always trying to give new customers great deals. Hey, you're already going to watch Monday Night Football. Take advantage of being a new customer with 30-1 odds on either team to win.
Yeah, that means you can win $150 with just a $5 bet, whether it's any parts of those same game parlays you may like. You may just like 30-1 odds. That's always a good number. But one of the things that you got to do first is you have to get to the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Get it, download it, enter the promo code ZONE. It's America's #1 rated sportsbook app for a reason. It's easy to use, it's safe, it's secure, and they have pretty quick payouts, especially if you're a guy like Michael Severe.
And maybe I'm just bitter, but I'm going Buffalo money line, Buffalo everything. Iowa, 21 and present Iowa. New users only, $10 first deposit required, must wager in designated offer market. The max bonus you can get is $150. Restrictions do apply. You want to see those? Go to full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Creighton Sports Update.
Creighton women's basketball is back at CHI Health Center against Georgetown today at noon. Creighton will host the NCAA volleyball tournament today at 7 p.m. in DJ Sokol Arena, and men's basketball battles Iowa State in the Big 12 battle tomorrow at 8 p.m. in the CHI Health Center. Support your Blue Jays by getting your tickets today. Just go to Ticketmaster.com, go Creighton.com/tickets, or stop by the Creighton ticket office located at Ryan Athletic Center.
1620 The Zone proudly supports Creighton Athletics.
Hey, everybody, it's Michael Severe for Kugler Vision. You want to enjoy your holidays? Well, how about treating yourself? Kugler Vision has affordable payment options right now. So even if you don't have a flex plan or health savings account, they're going to make it affordable for your budget. Enjoy the holidays with crisp, clear vision, the ones you deserve from Kugler Vision. Book your appointment now or take the vision quiz at KuglerVision.com. Remember, great deals right now. Going to take care of you. Get you right. KuglerVision.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
I know my mom does everything she can, but most days we still don't have enough to eat. Going to school hungry makes it hard to learn, and going to bed without dinner makes it hard to sleep.
Each day, 1 in 6 children in Nebraska and western Iowa faces food insecurity. This season of giving is the perfect time to donate to Food Bank for the Heartland and provide hope to families in need. Visit foodbankheartland.org today to learn more.
Hi guys, it's Andrew with Brookside Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. The WAVE technology at Brookside Medical was tested by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic, and the results are in. It's proven to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED by treating the root cause, call us now, and not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, we'll also include something unique that produces immediate results in the bedroom. I don't think I've ever seen it fail. This is a $600 value, free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 402-671-7777. That's 402-671-7777. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Brookside Medical Clinic now to qualify. 402-671-7777.
It's the season for giving, and children in our area need your help. Our annual Toys for Tots Stuff the Truck event, powered by Westwood Plaza and The Zone, is Friday, December 10th from 3 to 6 and Saturday, December 11th, noon to 6 at Westwood Plaza, 120th and Center. Drop off a new unwrapped toy at either Stuff the Truck event to load up the Werner Enterprises truck. It's the time for giving, and with the help of 1620 and 1180 The Zone and Toys for Tots, you can help children in our area have a wonderful holiday season.
You give us 22 minutes, and we'll give you the sports world. Oh, hell, have our amplitude modulation streaming in your medulla all day. Be a 6A to 6P listener. Pledge your loyalty to your ever-loving pals, the boys of 1620 The Zone. 1620 The Zone's unsportsmanlike conduct is brought to you by Union Bank and Trust. Now back to the program.
All right, enough of this crap.
It's time, John. Stop. It's Christmas time. Stop. Christmas time is here.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's the Christmas
season. It's literally 22 days away.
Then how come we're having our party tonight, John?
I have no idea.
You are having one too.
I'm not having one. Someone else is. I just have to go to it.
It's the season. It's not called Christmas Day until it's the 25th, but it's called Christmas. Oh, like Christmas season.
You like the Bublé, John?
Everywhere you go.
Take a look at the
I hate this, by the way.
This
but
is awesome. How does this not make you happy? I hear this and I'm like, oh, my mom's great cooking. It smells like cookies.
I
in
can
the
enjoy
house.
mom's great cooking all year long.
You rarely see your parents. Super Salad on the Twitch says December equals Christmas season. Great take, Super Salad. Well, don't take that graphic.
If
off
December is Christmas season, then is all of October Halloween season?
No, it's spooky season.
It is spooky
You
season.
told us that at the beginning of October. Like, it's spooky season. Why am I not allowed to celebrate this holiday?
Hey, Josh.
You're allowed.
Hey, John.
College football season ends this weekend.
I hate you. I hate you.
Oh, welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
One Beer Friday is right around the corner. Seeing stories out there. This one is being reported. Now, it's interesting.
Are you going to go off the one that I just told you about? That one? Certified Husker rumors.
Oh, no. Not that. This is something. This is something different.
This is actually something real.
John Canzano, who is a columnist for the Oregonian, is saying he is told by a source that Clemson's AD, Dan Radakovich, is going to Miami.
Woo! Interesting.
Of course, Clemson is the home of one of the most successful coordinators who has never been a head coach in Brent Venables.
And his name's been attached to the Oklahoma job throughout
Yes.
this week. Speaking of Miami, people are wondering, what could happen with them and one Mario Cristobal, who is an alum of Miami. According to, I believe this is Chris Lowe of ESPN, Oregon has offered him a contract extension in hopes of keeping him in Eugene. ESPN reported that within the last half hour. And they play tonight. They play in Vegas tonight versus Utah. So, man, there's a lot going on. A lot of moving, a lot of shaking.
A lot of moving, a lot of shaking indeed. Nebraska's been busy in the transfer portal.
School are you going to name this time?
Well, they haven't picked up anybody yet, but they're making offers.
Okay.
There's making offers and some, regular high school kids as well. But they've apparently made overtures to a couple players from Florida International, a receiver, Tyrese Chambers, who had 1,000 yards this year. 9 catches.
Nine catches for 1,000 yards?
Or 9 touchdowns. 9 touchdowns.
He averaged over 100 yards a catch.
Well, that'd be pretty impressive.
That would be awesome.
He started his career at Fort Scott Community College. You have an offensive lineman, Miles Frazier. Come on. With a name like Miles Frazier, can't lose it.
It's a good name.
6'5", 300 pounds. He's got Ole Miss and Iowa State visiting, but apparently Nebraska's hot on him. New Mexico State receiver Isaiah Garcia Castaneda had 578 yards and 4 touchdowns last year. And maybe this now, if Miles Frazier isn't an appropriate enough name for a potential Nebraska football player, I give you the name of Furman kicker Timmy Bleekrode.
Wow. No, they cannot sign a kicker named Timmy Bleak.
That doesn't sound like a good omen.
Timmy Bleekrode. Now, listen,
that's
bad. Before you
That's
knock him,
bad.
He is 21 of 25 in his career from field goals.
He is now
He was 15 of 18 this
John,
year.
Connor Culp won Big Ten Kicker of the Year last year. This place is cursed now, and the guy's name is Bleak.
Bleak Road.
Bleak.
Yeah, no, if he was
Nebraska's
driving,
going
it'd be
down
bad.
to Bleak Road.
Exactly.
No,
It's not Bleak Field.
it's Bleak
Or
Road.
Bleak Kick. It's just Bleak Road.
Sounds horrible.
I want Timmy. I want Timmy Bleak Road.
Timmy.
I love that name.
Ryan points out, we got a long snapper commit from the portal. Thank you very much. And yeah, that is true. They added a long snapper, a walk-on from Georgetown, Brady Weiss or Weiss.
Oh, we're going to the Big East.
There you go, baby. There you go.
First CJ Wilcher for the basketball team, and now this. Great.
Eric says Nebraska's offering every lower level transfer possible.
Hey, they're
I
looking
put
to
my-
fill. They're looking to fill.
I put myself in
some
the transfer portal, by the way. I hope you guys are cool with that.
You're already
gaps.
leaving us, Nick?
Remember, Samari Toure was only in the FCS.
He was good though.
He was good.
Mustache
and
Adam.
so can Bleak Road.
Bleak. He says Bleak Road, more like Bleak Foot. Am I right? See, if they sign this guy
and
The
they
jokes-
get Korn as the offensive coordinator, it's going to be great. Next year's going to be exactly. It's going to be fantastic.
Greg and Lincoln says Bleak Road. That's not a kicker name. He needs to be a country artist.
Maybe he is.
Bleak Road.
Travis says maybe the bleak is what we need to reverse the curse. Exactly.
Nebraska.
Lean into it, Nebraska.
Scott-
Lean into the curse.
Two negatives cancel each other out. That's
Yeah,
math, right?
two lefts don't make a right, but three do. That's essentially what we're discussing right now. Nebraska football was feeling bleak. And then they signed Bleak Road. Nothing changed.
They were bleak, but now they're on the road to success.
See?
Probably.
Yeah. Bleakfoot. That's awesome. I kind of hope
No,
they get
Bleak
him.
Road.
The first time he missed, yeah, I know, but when
Yeah.
the first time he missed the field goal, more like Bleakfoot, am I right? My goodness. My goodness.
Hey, come on, man. They're trying. They're trying.
They are. They are indeed trying.
Coming up next, it is One Beer Friday.
Yep.
And according to at least one report, the exit of Adrian Martinez might not have gone particularly well.
Oh.
But it's in what Martinez is reported to have asked for that I think is worthy of conversation.
Certainly is. Certainly is.
Certainly worthy of conversation. Also want to preview the weekend in college football.
Jed
coming
says we already kept Frost. The future couldn't possibly be more bleak.
Well.
Jed, you thought it couldn't get more bleak? Well, may I introduce you to Mr. Bleak Road?
Timmy Bleak Road. Be even better if he was the quarterback.
Oh, man.
We've got predictions.
Heck yeah. Who cares about predictions?
Well, we're starting. Remember, we're done now.
I'm a big fan of
This-
predictions.
We're
Hell
in,
yeah.
We're into the
0-0, baby.
Is this the weakness takes? Right?
I'm back.
Is this the
yeah,
weakness takes?
And then it's the no. Yeah, I think so.
And
What's the last leg?
Because
what's the because it's the
Belmont.
Belmont takes, and then it's the oh no, it's the Preakness. Yeah, so it's the weakness take, and then whatever Belmont is.
I can't remember
I
what
don't
that
remember.
was.
Yeah, yeah. That's the longest leg.
It's
Hey,
the
Josh.
longest leg.
What?
How's it feel coming last to me? Of all people.
Horrible.
I'd feel bad too.
Horrible.
Yeah. We will continue with more of Unsportsmanlike Conduct on a One Beer Friday, 1620 The Zone.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone. 1620 The Zone. Traffic.
From the Burton AC Heating, Plumbing, and More Time-Saving Traffic Center. Heads up, a crash has southbound 480 currently closed just south of Martha, and it is closed all the way to Dodge. So you have to use an alternate route. It's causing a delay of up to 30 minutes, so avoid any part of southbound 480 this evening. Also, got a crash on the northbound JFK at Chandler that has the right lane blocked, causing significant delays through there. Slow going on westbound I-80 between 42nd and 50th, and then delays on southbound 120th between Burke and Leavenworth. I'm Mike Neville. This time-saving traffic is brought to you by Langfeld Overhead Doors.
LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener, and Langfeld Overhead Doors is who folks turn to for their garage door openers. LiftMaster has patented MyQ technology that's so smart, it alerts you when you forgot to close your garage door. Click LangfeldDoorsNE.com.
Email the Gary Sharp Show on the Equitable Bank inbox with whatever is on your mind. From Huskers to Mavericks to Jays to brag to bitch, the Zone inbox is brought to you by Equitable Bank, where they take banking personally. We want to hear from you. So right now, drop us a line in the Equitable Bank Zone inbox.
Circadian
Jumanji, pulchritudinous.
Let's face it, credit cards are pretty much a necessity.
New tires for the car? Here's my card.
I order takeout, use my card. And most of us just accept the high interest rates credit cards charge as a necessary evil.
What are you going to do?
Get a low fixed-rate credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream from $5,000 to $100,000 and pay off those credit card balances. Apply online, and you could get your money as soon as the day you apply. The average credit card company charges over 19% APR, but with Lightstream, you can get a fixed rate as low as 4.98% APR with autopay and excellent credit.
Now I can pay off my high-interest credit cards and save money with a much lower rate.
Apply today at lightstream.com/radio and get an additional interest rate discount. That's lightstream.com/radio. Lightstream.com/radio.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 4.98% APR to 19.99% APR and include a 0.5% auto pay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/radio for more information.
Here's this week's Maverick Minute. Omaha Volleyball made history with its first 20-win season and conference championship at the D1 level this fall. Their NCAA D1 tournament berth, however, will have to come another day. The top-seeded Mavericks fell to South Dakota in the Summit League tournament final on Saturday. The second-seeded Coyotes fought off 4 set points en route to the tournament title. And that's your Maverick Minute on your home for the Mavs. 1620 The Zone, 1180 The Zone, and News Talk 1290.
At Lanahaw Nurseries, we want to wish you and your family the happiest of holidays. Stop in and see everything this winter wonderland has to offer. Rooted in quality, unmatched value. Lanahaw Nurseries, 192nd and Center and LanahawnNurseries.com.
Shop Woodhouse Place Hyundai and Nissan, 144th and Giles. KOZN, Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs.
It'd be nice to have a blow throw. It would be nice to have a blow throw. It would be nice to have a blow throw. It would be nice to have a blow throw. It would be nice to have a blow throw. It would be nice to have a blow throw. It would be nice to have a blow throw. It would be nice to have a blow throw from your mom.
I drank beer with my friends. Sometimes I had too many beers. I liked beer. I still like beer. Had beers, have some beers. One beer, drink beer, drinks beer, drank beer, and drinking beer.
Upstairs, downstairs, where was it? I don't know, but I had one beer.
Friday!
We probably have Beer Center each week. Ralph Club, biggest contributor.
Yeah, for that. I like beer. I don't know if you like Beer Center or not. What do you like to drink?
I had one beer. Friday.
Hanging out and having some beers with friends, which I gladly do and which I fully embrace.
Well, you think it was... Nope, there was one beer. Friday.
It is a 1 beer Friday, but today we're going against our word. It's a 2 beer Friday.
2 beer Friday.
Are we allowed to do that?
Well, we are now.
It's not sponsored anymore. We can do whatever we want.
Oh, now Nick has brought in a brew from, where's this from, Nick? From is this from Iowa?
Nebraska, Scotts Bluff.
Oh, Scotts Bluff.
Scotts Bluff.
It's 21 County.
That's our state, John.
21 County.
You're welcome.
Scotts Bluff County. Let's see here. Let's get a pick of this. It is
Comrade beer
from Flyover Brewing Company. It's called Campaign. Yes, it does definitely have kind of a
full disclosure. I mainly bought it because of the can. It looks cool.
It does. What is she holding in her hand, by the way? Is that like a beet?
Looks like a turnip or a beet.
Turnip, yeah, it does look like a turnip. And what kind of a beer is this? Does it say on here?
It's a fantastic question. I couldn't find it.
I saw it. It is a German Marzen style.
Ooh, a Marzen. I don't know if we've
I love
ever
how
done
so
that.
Nick just literally was like, I like the can. I will do no more research.
No, I tried. I looked for it, but I was just standing in the store awkwardly, like thumbing through the thing of beer. Like, I'll just get it.
And then the reason why there's 2 beers.
Yeah, why are there 2?
Well, the wife brought 2 giant bottles of stout into the house. I don't know where she got them from. She might have gotten them from Trader Joe's. But this is from Campanology Brewing in Waunakee, Wisconsin. It is called Chocolate Babka Pastry Stout. If you remember your Seinfeld, it's all about the babka. Got to have the chocolate babka, not the cinnamon babka. But the thing that kind of spooked me about this one, it says on the side of the bottle, rich stout brewed with cacao nibs and cacao. This beer is... and cacao.
I have a correction.
This beer is dessert in a bottle. Pour over vanilla ice cream or pair with sliced babka.
Did you bring ice cream, John?
No, I did not.
Rude. It's probably a sugar beet, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, sugar beet. Yeah.
That's what a caller just said.
So that's what we've. So it's technically
we got
a 2 beer
beers.
Friday. So
2 beer Friday.
So we poured some of these.
Can we go to the wide shot, or is it just gonna be the John Bishop hour
I know.
for the rest of the show?
Well, you've got control over there too.
I know. I was
just trying to.
Joshua asked, why was I humming the national anthem of the USSR? Because we said the beer looked like it was from Russia.
Because Josh is a communist.
Also, that anthem kicks ass. It sounds so cool. It sounds awesome. Now I was
all those years. I thought that Nikolai Volkov, he was
Gorbabov.
He was the Russian wrestler on the WWF. Would come in the ring and would sing the anthem, and I thought he was just kayfabing it, like it was not the actual anthem. No, he was actually singing the anthem.
It's a catchy tune. It's a catchy tune. I'm sorry that I think it's catchy. See, but it's a generational thing, right? Like your generation was scared of the USSR.
We weren't scared. We just wanted to kill them.
Hated Oklahoma.
We wanted to run them off the planet.
It sounds badass. I feel
such a cool anthem.
I feel cold now. I'm freezing. It's so cold.
It's a banger, John. Certified.
It is. You have to admit. Can we get the pop punk version of the USSR national anthem?
I can find one.
Cheers to 1 Beer Friday.
Cheers to 1 Beer
Friday.
Friday.
We're doing the babka first?
Yeah, I want to try the babka here.
It has a little smell to it that I'm not too fond of. It's fine. What's that?
Ooh.
What's the fruity flavor?
Well, it says it's got cacao in it.
What's cacao?
It's cacao.
Yeah, that's
it's a chocolate. It's chocolate.
I love stouts, but I think is that the it just has a fruity flavor that I don't really know what it is.
Yeah, it's got cacao. It's cacao.
It's fine.
Cacao nibs.
It's fine. I've had better stouts. It's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
Are you a stout? Are you
Not
a stout
really.
drinker?
I'm not a big stout drinker.
It's stout season, folks. Send us your pictures of what you're drinking stout wise. I got a something from Surly Brewing from Minneapolis in my fridge. I've had it for a year. It's been aging for about a year. Very excited that with the GF and I will enjoy that together very, very soon.
Please take this call.
Very soon. Oh, is he triggered about the USSR?
No.
Damn it.
Dan on the Lanahaw Nurseries hotline. Hello, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
So my father grew up in a Lithuanian household. My grandparents are both from the old country. They spoke Lithuanian in the house. They have a long history, the Lithuanians, of hating the Russians and the Soviets.
Okay.
And he grew up in America. So he has every reason to dislike the Soviets, and he does.
Sure. Yeah.
But he has admitted to me he has a great affinity for the Soviet national anthem.
Yes! Great take!
Because it sounds so badass.
Oh my gosh. Dan, what do you think about the pop punk version of the USSR anthem?
I'm going to have to get off the phone and listen to it on the radio.
There you go. Thank you for the call, Dan. I appreciate it. Chance commenting on the YouTube. Did someone say comrade?
Comrade Chance.
Comrade Chance. Hey, you didn't let me finish what I was going to say. Also, your generation hated Oklahoma, but man, I love the Oklahoma fight song too. Bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum.
Show you my generation has good taste.
Bum ba dum bum bum ba dum.
Yeah, like Journey, John. Like Journey.
Journey's good.
Is it?
Is it?
I need to
Yes, Journey is good. Steve Perry can wail, man.
I think you should stop believing, John.
The dude is a hell of a singer. Let's try this commie beer that you brought us. This commie beer from Scotts Bluff.
My muff has beer on it.
Wait, what?
I open it. Whenever I open it, I always do a nice little chunk.
Your what has what on it?
I got muff. I got beer on my muff. There's a snake in my boot.
Supposed to put it in your mouth.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like German style beer. What are you going to say now? What are you going to say negatively about the Germans?
It's a German-style beer modeled after a Soviet poster from Nebraska.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, thank you.
Pretty good.
Thank you to Riley for reminding me. He says, remember, Nebraska lost to Iowa, so you're legally allowed to continue to call everything west of Omaha Western Nebraska. So enjoy your Western Nebraska beer. Thank you to Riley for reminding me. Had Nebraska defeated the hated Iowa Hawkeyes, and thus kept them out of tomorrow's Big Ten championship game, it would have been 8-4 Wisconsin. Because of that, I am still allowed to call anything west of 204th Street, Western Nebraska. Alas, I will continue to do so.
Well, better luck next year.
Jeff says, if you listen to the USSR anthem and don't think of a giant Von Drago flash coming down, you're not living life correctly. Steve says...
And then Rocky kicked his ass.
He did indeed. Steve says,
and
Josh...
then said, if I could change,
you could change.
And you could change.
We all could change.
We all could change.
Steve says, Josh the Commie Peterson here. Travis says, you shut your mouth about the OU fight song. I will do no such thing. I love the OU fight song. It's a classic. It's a classic.
So according to, and by the way, keep sending us your picks.
Yeah.
We'll retweet them. # One Beer Friday.
Oh, I also, real quick, I am using today the Crescent Moon glass.
We need to plug that.
That's where I'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, Josh will be at the Crescent Moon tomorrow, 36th and Farnham, for the debut of 1620 the beer. 1620 the beer. Yes, you will be soon in stores able to buy 1620 the beer.
I hope that we're going to do advertising for this beer so we can just cut a new version of the theme song. 1620 the beer.
I want to do beer commercials. We need to do actual beer commercials.
And could we make them
we're like 80s beer commercials where we're like out there fishing and then we're splashing around in the water.
We like the beer.
And then
women in swimsuits for no reason.
And then just random women in swimsuits. And then we're all sitting around a campfire and we crack open a beer and says, it doesn't get any better than this.
Just bros being dudes. Can we also do one? So I like the idea of that, an 80s beer commercial for 1620 the beer. But what about like a bad local commercial, like the Red House? Like what if we did something like that too, where we're like at a department store, hey, come get our beer. I guess we could work it out.
We could be on the playground with kids saying, hey, come try 1620.
I don't think we'll do that.
Oh no, yeah.
Don't think we'll do
It's
that.
not a good idea.
No.
But that'll be tomorrow at the Crescent Moon Ale House.
1620 the beer.
According to Sean Callahan, HuskerOnline.com, apparently it was a pretty tense meeting between Frost and Martinez when Adrian dropped the news that he was leaving to the transfer portal. According to Sean, Martinez wanted assurances that he was going to have the starting quarterback job in 2022, and also that he did not want Nebraska to bring in another a quarterback out of the portal.
Yeah.
Frost couldn't promise that with the new OC and potentially quarterbacks coach coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And that ended that. And it brings up an interesting debate. I don't have a problem with Adrian Martinez asking for what he asked for, but I also don't have a problem with Scott Frost saying, I can't promise those things.
Sure, of course. He can't promise them.
Because he doesn't have an offensive coordinator. He's not 100% sure where the offense is going to go. And we have seen what's happened in each of the 4 seasons that Adrian has played. Excuse me. Each of the 4 seasons that Adrian's played,
he's gotten hurt.
He's missed games because of injury.
Well, no, wait.
Or ineffectiveness.
Okay, I was going to say 2020 was the 1 year he did not get injured.
Right.
But he
got pulled.
He got benched, for Luke McCaffrey.
And listen, again, Team Adrian here. Okay, Team Adrian. I wasn't as hard on him as a lot of other people, but I understand if you're a head coach, you don't want to make those kind of promises. Nebraska's been pinched into a corner.
You can't.
Because of its lack of quarterback depth, and there's the added nugget of not knowing exactly what direction this offense is going to go.
Yeah.
Because if you're out there right now, you're out there shopping around for offensive coordinators. You're trying to sell other coordinators, hey, you need to come here. I need your help. I want you to build this offense. And then you bring that coordinator in. Oh, and by the way, this guy's coming with us. How many coordinators are going to want to be hemmed into a corner and say, well, wait a minute.
Yeah, where you're guaranteeing a guy the starting job. Yeah.
I think you've got to be fair to all sides.
You have to be fair to everybody. You have to be fair to the other quarterbacks that are on the roster. You have to be fair to the potential quarterbacks that could be on the roster. You have to be fair to Adrian himself. You have to, and hey, look, if you're Frost, and that's true, and that's how it unfolded, you have to be fair to yourself. This is going to be a make or break season for Scott Frost. This is going to be a make or break season for this coaching staff. You cannot just tell a quarterback on December whatever 1st, let's just say. You can't tell a quarterback on December the 1st, hey, you are our guy next year. Not to mention, John, even if he wasn't hurt, you shouldn't be able to tell that to somebody anyway who has the track record that Adrian does, and that track record up and down play. You can't guarantee anything to a quarterback like that is. And I know quarterback wins. It's not the end all be all because there are, 10 other starters on offense. There's 11 starters on defense and there's special teams. He can't control everything. But a quarterback who's 14 and 24, he should have nothing guaranteed for him if that's the case.
No.
That's the case.
And listen, I want competition.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you also want competition?
Absolutely you do.
Don't you want to see if what you have is the best you can make it?
Mm-hmm.
And I understood that when Joe Burrow became available and Frost openly said, I've got my guy. I understood that. That was literally after 1 year of Martinez. You thought the sky was the limit. And that wasn't the moment. The other thing too is guys in the portal. Guys in the portal also kind of want some of those assurances. If you're a coach these days, man, it is tough. It is tough because with the transfer portal and quarterbacks insisting, hey, you're bringing me in, I want the job. It is difficult now to be able to balance what's best for the team by having open competition and satisfying all parties.
Mm-hmm.
You got to find the right people. And that's difficult. And I know it's easy for us to sit back and say, well, you know what, if you're any kind of a competitor, you don't sweat competition. But anymore, there's a reason why people enter the portal. They enter the portal because they weren't getting any playing time, or they didn't see the pathway to getting playing time. So they want to go somewhere where they know they can get it. Now, I'm not thinking that Nebraska is going to be whoever ends up being the top tier of transfer portal quarterbacks in this cycle, of which I'm sure Spencer Rattler's up there. Whoever's in that tier, I don't know if Nebraska is going to be necessarily shopping in that tier anyway. I mean, they might want to shop in that tier, but then, those quarterbacks may not necessarily want to come to Nebraska based on the situation. So I guess my selling point to Adrian would be, hey, we might go into the portal because we need depth. We need more guys. But listen, you know how good you are. We know how good you are. Have some confidence in yourself that you'll win that job.
Here's my question for you. Do you think that it would have unfolded that way? Like, does that sound like something Adrian would do to you?
Demand?
Yeah.
Starting?
Yeah.
I have no reason to say yes or no. I'm not surprised by it.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by it because he has been the starter. And if you're Adrian, you have sacrificed a lot.
Yeah.
mean, you have sacrificed a lot. Both your shoulders. Goodness knows what else. He's kind of earned that ability to, but it's like the baseball labor negotiations. There's give and take. There's got to be give and take.
Sure. I don't know.
But I still think at the end of the day, it's still best for Adrian, because I think it's best for Adrian to branch out and to see what else is out there and to see if he can grow and blossom. And it's not even a guarantee, by the way, that he's going to play next season. He's not getting back until mid to late summer if the usual path to healing from that surgery takes its course. There's not a guarantee he plays next season. He could redshirt this year and play in 23.
There was a question a little bit earlier from Ryan. Couldn't Adrian just redshirt this year and be our quarterback in 2023? Yeah, on paper, something like that is definitely possible. I don't think that would be a good idea for Nebraska. I don't think that would be a good idea for Adrian. I think it's best, and I said this yesterday when the news came down, it's best for all parties if they just move on. I think this is a good thing. This is a net positive for Nebraska. And I'm going to say that no matter what happens with Adrian in 2022. He could end up winning the Heisman for somewhere else. He could end up redshirting and winning it in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best thing for him. Certainly. I mean, if he were to go somewhere else and put up great numbers and have an awesome season, well, I think that we know where a lot of the blame would go for his struggles at Nebraska. He could go somewhere else and he could suck. I don't really care. I think it's best for both parties, for him and for Nebraska, and for Scott Frost.
I agree.
And for Trev, man. I think this is good. It's a good thing for Trev as he tries to figure out where this program is going. It's just weird that a coach could have been judged on a fifth-year starting quarterback because of once-in-a-century pandemic happened, and it allowed for said quarterback to get an extra year that he wouldn't have gotten otherwise. This isn't replicable. This is not a normal time period. So I think it's good. Kyle says, did Adrian Martinez demand it or just ask if he would be? See, and that's the thing.
We don't know. We don't know the complete. This just literally what was talked about.
And this is not calling out Sean. This is me wondering aloud. When I asked that question to you a couple minutes ago, hey, do you buy that? It's more the people talking to Sean, because as we have seen over the years, with any time you have an anonymous source in a story, or if we come on the air and we say something, I know that I can talk to somebody who can perhaps have a certain angle on something, and you have to consider that. And then you talk to somebody who maybe has a different point of view. And so that's why I'm wondering, does that sound like something that he would do? Wondering, essentially, could the story have been turned a different way to Sean? I'm just wondering aloud. Because there's been a lot of chatter. There's been a lot of chatter about exit interviews, this week. And I don't feel comfortable going on the air and reporting it. I mean, I'm not a reporter. I say that all the time. I'm not a reporter. I don't feel that comfortable. But it seems like that type of... Do you have the exact text in front of you?
The story?
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, the story...
Tense from all accounts. Heard that about multiple of those meetings. Tense. I think that's a good word to describe what's happening right now with some players and with Scott Frost. But like I said, that's all I really feel comfortable with saying right now.
Championship games this weekend. We'll get it started with Big 12 tomorrow at 11. AAC is early in the day, I believe, too, correct?
The AAC one's at 2:30.
Oh, 2:30. They're playing 2:30.
Yeah. So tonight you got Pac-12. Tomorrow at 11, you got Big 12. And then at 2:30, at 3 o'clock, AAC and SEC at the same time. And then ACC and Big 10 at night. And then a random Pac-12 game, USC at Cal, as they finish up their seasons, and neither of them are even playing for a bowl game.
They all really have. There's really not, I guess, probably the most important one is the SEC one, because you do have two currently in the top four playoff teams in, even though it's a foregone conclusion that win or lose, Georgia's getting in the playoff.
Yes, I think there are two games tomorrow that are the most important in terms of big picture college football, where it's going. Of course, the first one is Georgia and Alabama. Kirby Smart's never beaten Nick Saban. Only one former Nick Saban assistant has ever beaten him, and that was this year when Jimbo and Texas A&M pulled off the upset. And this would knock Bama out of the playoff now for the second time in 3 years. So that's the most important, because, like you said, two teams can make the playoff depending on what happens in this game. Georgia's in no matter what. The other one is Cincinnati and Houston, because depending on what happens in the SEC title game, if Georgia wins and Cincinnati wins, Cincinnati is in. The group of 5 is making the college football playoff, something that we thought was not possible as recent as a month ago?
It is. I would actually rate the Big Ten game more important, because if Michigan loses, that opens the door to.
Well, then we're getting really weird.
That opens the door to chaos.
Yeah.
Because
then you're debating like 11-1 Notre Dame versus 11-2 Alabama.
Yes.
Depending on what happens.
Or even possibly,
even
2-loss Ohio State.
Heck, 2-loss Michigan might still be in play.
Exactly. That's the game that kind of holds the linchpin to chaos. Obviously, if Oklahoma State wins, they're going to be in the middle of the conversation. If Oklahoma State loses, then we're not really talking about.
Heck, you know what, John? If Baylor wins,
even though Baylor would have a good argument for a 2-loss,
Baylor
team.
would have a great argument because they would have some really quality wins. That would almost be like this first kind of domino of, if Baylor wins, things could get really weird. Whereas if Oklahoma State wins, then we're just watching those 2 games at 3:00, wondering, who's going to be locked in and who's going to be locked out.
Mm-hmm. It's all going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. And personally, I'm kind of hoping for a little bit of drama.
I don't want any drama.
I want drama.
What type of drama do you want? Because here's what I want. I want Oklahoma State to win. I want Cincinnati to win. I want Georgia to win. I want Michigan to win. I don't care what happens tonight, because Oregon and Utah, they're out. That's what I want, because that guarantees us 3 teams that have never made it. It guarantees us a group of 5 team, which is phenomenal. And I've weirdly gotten excited about the Cowboys making it. And of course, I'm a big Harbaugh guy. That's what I want, because that guarantees no Bama and it guarantees a group of 5. That sounds like a blast.
Do
you want Cincinnati kept out? You do, don't you? Man, I'm stunned.
I don't care.
I'm surprised that
I really don't care.
You went from a fine with 4 guy to a expand the playoff guy because of the group of 5. I figured that you'd be all over the group of 5 finally making it.
If you want to ask me who I want to make it, there are 2 teams I want in the playoff. I want Michigan in, and I want Oklahoma State in.
Okay.
Those are the only 2 I really want in.
So as long as they win, you're getting what you want then.
Right. But if chalk prevails, if chalk prevails except for Alabama,
you're getting those 2, and I think you're getting the SEC teams, and then Cincinnati's left out.
Or Oklahoma State gets left out.
See, I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think Oklahoma State gets in over Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati is the 4 seed.
Honestly, I think they should. If it comes down to an argument between those 2, I think they should. I think Oklahoma State should get in over Cincinnati.
They have a better resume. They have better wins.
They would have a better resume. And
wanting Cincinnati is just me being selfish, but Oklahoma State is the better team, I think.
Yeah.
I think they're the better team. I'm surprised. I thought you'd be all in on Cincinnati. Just to get some new blood.
I don't mind new blood. I'm also not convinced that. Well, and maybe I'm just blinded by some of those games they played in the middle of the season. They should have lost at least 2 games. They flirted. They were flirting way too close against inferior competition.
Yeah, but I don't think they should have lost any of them. The one game that went down to the 1-yard line, that team was still down by 8 points. They would have had to score and get a 2 and then go to overtime.
Yeah, but then Cincinnati fumbled the ball right back. It's like, we don't want to win this game. We just want to make this weird.
Doug says, do you think Cincinnati's better than 2-loss Alabama? I don't. I think Bama's better, but you have to. Games need to matter. The games have to matter.
The games have to matter, and I'm going to stay.
You can't play out a season and be like, well, they're better. No, that's fine, but they keep losing.
I'm going to stay consistent and say the resume has to matter.
Yes,
the resume has to matter.
Yeah.
Otherwise, let's just pick the 4 most popular teams who are good and put them in every year.
And that's why.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe that previous years mean a damn thing to this year.
And I don't want recruiting rankings to matter. I don't want that.
No, I don't either.
If we're going to play
so from that standpoint,
paper,
yes, I do want Cincinnati in from that standpoint.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Adam says, give me a Bama win, Iowa win, Baylor win, and Houston win. All hell breaks loose then. Yeah, we talked about that scenario earlier this week, and I honestly forgot the 4 teams that we ultimately decided on. I know Notre Dame was one. I know Bama and Georgia, and then it was figuring out the 4th team. I almost think, and man, this is going to make the folks over across the river mad. I almost think Michigan would get in that scenario. I think 11-2 Michigan would make it over 11-2 Iowa, which sounds insane, but they're so far back. Are they going to jump them that high?
Well, that's the thing. I was so far back, but then you really got to kind of scrub it and start from scratch, and then you got to compare. And I mean, head to head's got to mean something.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it? Head-to-head has to mean something.
Well, yeah, and they would have the exact same record.
They'd have the exact same record and head-to-head. Now, then the difference is, all right, well, who's Iowa's next best win? Penn State?
I was going to say, because they lost to Wisconsin. They lost to Purdue. Minnesota. Is Minnesota ranked right now? I honestly don't know. I think
it's
they
either
are.
Penn State or Minnesota.
It's Penn State's not ranked.
And
so
Michigan's got better, and Michigan's got better wins.
All right.
Because they've got Michigan State, or they've got Ohio State.
Never mind. Minnesota's not ranked. So
Yeah.
Iowa's best win right now is over someone who is unranked. That's who their best win is right now.
Right.
So they would add on, of course, a team that's currently ranked second. Meanwhile, Michigan's best win is a team currently ranked 7th. And then beyond that, they have beaten a team.
I don't think they would do that, though. And if chaos prevails, Baylor's getting in over Iowa.
Yeah, you're right. So maybe it comes down to
Baylor's
Baylor
getting in
versus-
over Iowa. Baylor's got a much better lineup than Iowa does. Probably a better lineup overall than Michigan does.
The thing that really sucks is I wish Bama would have
Close.
lost the Iron Bowl, just because I almost wonder if that would have made this weekend even a little bit more interesting. I guess they're in the same boat. If they're 11-2 conference champion Alabama, they're probably in no matter what. So
Yeah, but there still would have been some hand wringing because they lost to a
to a bad Auburn team.
To an unranked Auburn team without their starting quarterback.
How many teams do you think then have a shot? It's weird because, of course, Georgia, Michigan, Bama, Cincinnati.
Well, the 4 teams that are in, I think Notre
then
Dame's got a shot. Oklahoma State's got a shot.
You don't think Ohio State has a shot, do you? Because I don't. Michigan would get in. 11-2 Michigan would get in. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Michigan would get in over
So
Ohio
Ole Miss doesn't
State.
have a shot. Does Baylor have a shot?
I think
just need help.
They would need a lot of help.
A lot of help. And do we agree that Oregon does not have a shot?
No.
Okay. So it goes down to really, you're talking about, I think, 7 teams then. So the only teams in the top 9 that you and I agree do not have a shot are Ohio State and Ole Miss. And then Baylor's at 9th, so they have a way outside shot. And then we agree Iowa probably doesn't have a shot then. Because I would need insane help, and we'd probably go Baylor. Baylor would have a much better resume.
I think, yeah.
Okay. So you got if we're right, and who knows if we are, that's 7 teams that have a legitimate chance to make the playoff going into this weekend.
Well, coming up next, predictions. Right here on 1620 The Zone.
Win $15,000 to hype up your holiday. It's the holiday spending spree on 1620 The Zone. Enter now at 1620thezone.com. Okay, hold on. First, decide what to do with all that money. Then enter to win at 1620thezone.com. Your Omaha area forecast from the Godfather's Pizza Weather Center and KETV News Watch 7 on 1620 The Zone.
Partly cloudy skies and a little bit breezy as we head into tonight. Chilly with an overnight low down to about 31 degrees in Omaha. Heading into your Saturday, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. A little bit cooler with the high tomorrow near 46 degrees with gusty winds. I'm meteorologist Caitlin Harvey with KTV News Watch 7.
1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct, brought to you by a great friend of the program, Union Bank and Trust.
1620 The Zone. Traffic.
From the Burton AC Heating, Plumbing, and More Time-Saving Traffic Center. Heads up, a crash has southbound 480 currently closed just south of Martha, and it is closed all the way to Dodge. So you have to use an alternate route. It's causing a delay of up to 30 minutes, so avoid any part of southbound 480 this evening. Also, got a crash on the northbound JFK at Chandler that has the right lane blocked, causing significant delays through there. Slow going on westbound I-80 between 42nd and 50th, and then delays on southbound 120th between Burke and Leavenworth. I'm Mike Neville. This time-saving traffic is brought to you by Continental Cellular.
Folks, Continental Cellular is giving away 100 iPhones for free with unlimited service for just $60 a month. You heard right, 100 free iPhones while supplies last. Only at Continental Cellular, located at 72nd and Farnham. Conditions apply.
Many people go back to the dealership out of habit or because they think the dealer is the only one who knows how to fix their car. At Omaha Car Care, we offer a better option. We have ASE certified technicians, the technology to service any vehicle, and free loaner cars. The dealer will sell you a package of services. We'll provide the service you want for your car as your trusted partner. I'm Rick Betker, owner of Omaha Car Care, and we'll be along for the ride.
It's 2 Point Tuesday at 42 degrees. And what does that mean for you? Every Tuesday, you'll receive 2 points on every dollar spent. That's correct. Every Tuesday, receive 2 points, a 100% increase just for being a loyalty customer. Not a loyalty customer yet? Then go to 42degrees.com and go to the loyalty section for a complete explanation. And you can sign up online and start saving on future purchases. 42 Degrees, your source for all your Kratom, CBDs, and more. Buy your mom's house.
It's beginning to look like a safe Christmas. Frontier Justice is fully stocked with gifts for mom, the kids, the dog, and of course, dad. Membership is the gift that gives all year long. No initiation fees, free range time for 365 days for you and a guest. Pair membership with a class, and your family will be ready to make the memories of a lifetime. The boutique offers a unique set of gift ideas for everyone. Frontier Justice, 82nd and Center. Online at frontier-justice.com. Faith, family, and freedom with Frontier Justice.
When I'm picking a place to go for lunch or for dinner, I do my research. I see pictures, and then you get to a place and the food doesn't look like the pictures. A place that I've never had to worry about that is Fernando's. They're two fantastic locations serving Mexican food at 114th and Dodge and 75th and Pacific. Tamales to fried tacos to enchiladas to fajitas, and you can just hear them sizzling right now. Don't forget, in this busy time of the year, they cater. Fernando's of Omaha, 114th and Dodge, 75th and Pacific. Stop in today.
Everyone for Omaha. The Omaha Mavericks hockey team is home this Friday and Saturday at Baxter Arena. Tickets are available for just $10. Get yours now at omavs.com/tickets. Come out and support your Mavericks hockey team this weekend at Baxter Arena.
This is unsportsmanlike conduct.
You help make it soft, so shut up.
On 1620, The Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for predictions.
Under, bet the under. Vikings and the under, bet the under.
It always pays to be watching the video stream.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yep. Always pays to watch the video stream. Because we had one pair left of Creighton, Iowa State tickets to give away.
And we gave them away on the video stream.
Yes, we did.
That's
yes,
very
we
legal
did.
and very cool.
Very legal and very, very, very cool. Well, to recap, yours truly dominated the Kentucky Derby round of predictions.
Yep.
Young Nick, with a late season surge, moved past Josh. Josh finished with one of the worst records of any prediction season ever.
Sad.
Yeah, you really.
Was that why you didn't include any of my awesome prediction questions from this morning in predictions?
Yes, I did.
I
There were
had
games
some
in there.
incredible prop bets. Incredible prop bets. You included 0 of them. Sad.
Well, the first one.
What? What about it?
Well, I didn't have. I was rushed.
Rushed my ass. I said it at 9:03 a.m.
I love Rush.
Rushed.
Like the band.
Sad. I had awesome prop bets.
We can
everybody.
add one
I
of
just
them in
want to
if you want. I
John
can add 'em
needs
in.
the record to finish with exactly 15 games a week, and so he doesn't include the.
No,
fun
I
stuff.
didn't have 12. I didn't have 15 this week.
okay.
I'm busy. I'm creating graphics. I'm doing stuff.
We're happy to help you out with the graphics, John.
Yeah, didn't you like my graphic?
Well, it didn't really.
Your graphic was
Didn't really
badass.
fit the screen, Nick.
It looked good though. It looked good.
Really?
Graphic design is my passion, John.
Yeah, it looked great, John.
Well, if it's your passion, you need to find a new one.
Wow.
Pac-12 championship game tonight. And Oregon of trying to avenge a loss from 2 weeks ago to Utah. Yeah. Oregon +3 against the Utes.
You know, Nick, who's our winner, by the way?
Eric Chan.
Eric, congratulations.
Congratulations.
You know, so often, John, in sports, we have seen a team get blown the F out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, a couple weeks later, they rematch and they win.
Mm-hmm.
I think of the Patriots destroying the Jets, and then in the playoffs, it was the can't wait game.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Ducks. The wrong team is favored. Ducks win the Pac-12 again.
Quack, quack, quack. Go Ducks.
By the way, I like Oregon. I want to be wrong on this. I would like to actually see Utah. I think it'd be fun to see Utah in the Rose Bowl. New blood. New blood.
You will see Utah because I'm picking them.
All right.
Go Utes.
Man ball.
Big 12 championship.
Woo!
Baylor plus 5.5 against Oklahoma State. Now, this also is a rematch. Now, it wasn't a 2-week ago rematch, but it was a few weeks ago, and Oklahoma State dominated that game. I'm taking the Cowboys.
To cover?
Give me Oklahoma State.
Nick?
Also Oklahoma State.
Wow. A clean sweep. Clean sweep.
Oklahoma State.
Congrats to Mike Gundy and Oklahoma State. You are a playoff participant.
Houston, Cincinnati, trying to spoil the Bearcats, potentially being the first group of 5 team to make the college football playoff. It's Houston plus 10.5.
Cincinnati this year had that rough patch, as you mentioned, in the middle of the season, where I'm looking at it right now. They failed to cover 4 straight games against the spread. They won by 7. They won by 19. They won by 8. They won by 17. But in the games that have mattered this year, they have won and they have covered. I like Cincinnati. They know what's on the line. Give me the Bearcats, a nice, comfortable 17-point win.
I'm going to say Cincinnati is going to be a little puckered up.
A little tight. Tight in the keister.
Houston plus the 10.5.
I want Cincy to win so bad.
Good take, Nick.
So bad.
Which is why you're picking against them.
No.
Oh.
Cincy, John, please.
Are you, Nick, if Cincinnati makes the college football playoff, will you watch Cincinnati in the college football playoff?
You know, I think it will.
There you go.
If they make it, I might become a Cincy fan.
That game will be played on Friday, December the 31st. Friday, December the 31st.
I might have plans that.
Wait. They're playing that on the 31st?
Yeah.
The playoffs are not on the 1st?
No, remember.
Oh, that's right. It's
a stupid sport. Remember
it is
how soon you forget.
It's a stupid sport.
Yeah.
SEC championship game. Georgia, 6.5-point favorites versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. This is one of the 2 linchpin games.
Yes, it is.
Nick?
As boring as it'll be, Roll Tide.
Do you think they win?
I think they win.
Oh,
I think Bama wins.
Many are saying that Nick is a monster, and many would be correct. John?
Georgia ain't played nobody.
Here we go.
This is Nick Saban, man. You do not mess with Nick Saban. That is way too many points.
Mr. COVID Brian Harsin messed with him. They're just fine. You
That's
think
a
Bama wins
rivalry
too?
game. I'm not saying Bama wins, but 6.5 points. You're going to give me Nick Saban and 6.5 points?
Yes.
Nick Saban.
Georgia's been the best team all season long. They're going
Even
to.
though they haven't played nobody.
They look at the comparable opponents. They have destroyed the comparable opponents versus Alabama.
Can't use comparative scoring.
I'm going to, though, for this argument.
All right.
Georgia's a better team. Georgia's been a better team all year long. Georgia, look, when I say stomp a mud hole in their ass, I don't mean win by like 40, but they're going to win by multiple scores. Georgia will win this game comfortably. They are the better program right now. Better team, not better program, better team.
College football conference playoff or championship game that doesn't matter to anybody.
It doesn't.
And might get 1 million viewers.
I'll have it on the second TV.
I won't have it on at all because I'll be calling a college basketball game.
Yeah.
Wake Forest plus 3 against Pittsburgh.
I cannot believe that Wake is a dog. I think Wake's been the better team this year. The wrong team is favored. Give me Wake.
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
Hell yeah.
Looks like it's a sweep, my guys.
A Wake sweep?
A Wake sweep. We're all woke.
Speaking of Wakes, old man Doug, he tweeted in his One Beer Friday. He says, this one is in honor of 2 a.m. May he find peace and success elsewhere. To which Shang Ping Appreciation Club said, Jesus, Doug, Martinez transferred. He didn't die in a coal mine.
Oof.
The Big Ten Championship.
Will you have this streaming on your laptop while you call the
No,
game?
I
For
will not.
commercial break, for commercial breaks.
No, I don't have other things going on.
You'll have it
during
on
the
your
game.
phone.
Nope, I won't even have that. Okay. But I will be hoping that the game is, well, no, it probably won't because we're starting at 8. I'm hoping I can catch the end of Jim Brandstatter.
Oh,
but I doubt it.
Him and
because the Creighton game will get over at 10-ish.
Him and Dan
and then there's
Cryan.
post game.
Dude,
Yeah,
don't worry. The Big Ten championship game doesn't kick off until like 7:20. You actually might be able to. You're gonna have to run out to your car really
I might
fast.
have to. But Iowa 11-point dog to Michigan. That's a lot of points. Michigan's really good. I mean, Michigan.
People forget.
On paper, Michigan should roll in this game.
They should roll Tide in this
They should roll in this game.
No.
But I'm worried about the letdown factor. And then there's Iowa. And dadgummit, do these guys just know how to hang around and hang around?
Get stupid
hang
turnovers.
around?
They sure do.
I'm going to take Iowa in the points. Michigan wins, but I'm going to take Iowa in the points.
Oddly enough, I of all of the favorites in this weekend that would give us the college football playoff, this is the one I'm kind of most worried will go the way that I don't want it to go, and that's mainly because of the turnover factor. I like Michigan to win. I like Iowa to cover, but I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Michigan rolls them. Go blue.
As you know, as I've been saying all week, you can't take the Iowa out of the boy. You just can't. Give me Iowa. The wrong team is favored.
Ooh, an Iowa sweep.
That's disgusting. Congratulations to Michigan and all
Go Hawks.
All the listeners.
Will Iowa score a defensive or special teams touchdown? Here's one of your prop bets.
Hey, you included one of my prop bets.
I did.
Yes.
Yes?
No.
Nice.
I know I'm picking Iowa, but yeah, special teams or a defensive touchdown? I'm going to say no.
I can't help but notice you didn't put one of mine in there either. John.
You didn't have any prop bets. You didn't make any.
I always have a bet, John.
What?
Formula One.
Oh, I forgot.
Do you never send them to us, Nick?
Yeah.
That's how John gets mine. I email them to him in the morning.
Well, I'll fine. I'll start
All right,
doing
there you go.
NFL Chargers +3 at Cincinnati.
Hell yes. That's the game of the day, right?
Yep. Give me the Bengals.
Same.
Wrong team is favored. I like the Chargers.
Also, over under on number of highlights they show from that really cold game back in the 80s.
Oh, probably a lot.
Yes.
Probably
Nick, it was like negative, 50?
The wind chill was in negative 50s.
Why would they still play that game?
It was a playoff.
Because it was an AFC championship.
Hell, yeah, Nick, what? Why would they play the
And
football
nobody
game?
died, so...
Negative
fine, Nick.
50 is not good.
Well, yeah, it's not, but you got to play the game.
Maybe don't risk your life for football.
You see...
Maybe don't risk your life for college football.
You're right about the younger generation.
It was
Soft!
NFL, and it was our generation, and we're tougher.
Maybe don't... Maybe
Hey,
still.
no, we play in this tough weather too. Well, it's global warming. It's not even cold anymore, John.
Do you?
It's not even cold anymore.
Remember that in January.
Did they play football uphill both ways too?
They did, yeah. The field, it was very strange.
This is one I put in for you, Nick. Giants +4.5 at the Dolphins.
Fins up. Give me the Dolphs.
I'm going to agree.
Yeah, you know what? Screw the Giants. I don't really feel good picking the Dolphins, but I'm going to anyway because I hate the Giants.
Ravens -4.5 at Pittsburgh.
Woo!
Ravens.
Same.
Yes.
Wow. We're just humming right along.
Sunday Night Football. Broncos +9.5 at the Chiefs.
9.5.
Chiefs roll.
Broncos.
Put the hammer down.
Put the hammer
down.
Starting here in about an hour and a half. Kansas, Creighton, volleyball, going to the Sweet 16. Who is it?
Is this 2 points here?
This is 8 point.
Just 1 point.
Just pick the winner.
Who's the favorite?
Well, I mean, Creighton's a national seed.
Creighton.
I want Kansas.
I'll take Creighton. And I don't have a point spread on this one, so we'll just do it straight up.
Here, let me see if
I don't know if there's one out there yet.
See
Is there? Is there one out there
hit
yet?
up my friends at the FanDuel Sportsbook promo code Josh162.
It's college basketball.
Yeah, it's usually a day of.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Saturday lines. Creighton is. Oh, they don't have it? They don't have it. Bummer.
All right, Iowa State at Creighton.
Creighton.
We're just going straight up?
Straight up.
I
Clones.
want Creighton.
Clones. Where do you come out on this?
And that is predictions for this week. Holiday spending spree is here. Win $15,000 to superside your holiday. Win now by entering at 1620thezone.com. What you say is coming up next.
Zone, taste of our takes. Severe and Benning in the morning.
What's up, Dave?
One, I don't trust Trev. And two, Scott, come on, man. You're an assistant coach. I've seen it. You can't take blame. Let me tell you, gang, we lost 6 Rangers in 1983 when we jumped into Grenada at 400 foot. 2 of those were my guys. Damn. You got to take responsibility.
For more, tune in every day to 1620 a.m. or go to 1620thezone.com.
It's that time of year again. So I got you a little present. My festive holiday feast. Get one of my medium specialty pies, like my classic combo or my taco pie, plus a medium one-topper, and my sweet cinnamon monkey bread with festive holiday sprinkles. All this for only $28.99. I always get sentimental this time of year. About pizza. Godfather's Pizza. Do it.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hi guys, it's Andrew with Brookside Medical Clinic. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, we have a major medical advancement that has helped thousands of men. The WAVE technology at Brookside Medical was tested by Cambridge University and the Cleveland Clinic, and the results are in. It's proven to increase blood flow by repairing blood vessels. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to put a stop to your ED by treating the root cause, call us now, and not only will the assessment and blood flow ultrasound be free, we'll also include something unique that produces immediate results in the bedroom. I don't think I've ever seen it fail. This is a $600 value, free to those that call in the next 2 minutes. 402-671-7777. That's 402-671-7777. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Brookside Medical Clinic now to qualify. 402-671-7777.
Rev up your weekends during Ameristar Casino's $110,000 Dream Car Giveaway. On Saturdays, December 4th, 11th, and 18th, 5 winners each hour from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. will win their choice of $500 cash or $750 in free slot play. Claim your free daily entries and earn additional entries with your My Choice card. On Saturday, December 18th, 11 grand finale winners will take home a share of $20,000 in prizes, and one lucky winner will score a $40,000 credit to pick out their dream car. Must be 21 to win at casino. Terms subject to change. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Saturday night, the Jays have a date with Iowa State. Pre-game coverage begins with Ravi Lula at 6:30. Tip-off is at 8. It's Saturday.
The Blue Jays are home on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The Keg. 1620 The Zone's Unsportsmanlike Conduct is brought to you by Union Bank and Trust. Now back to the program.
Zach with a very salient point.
What did Zach say?
In the J-Tech Construction Zone Twitter feed, did F1 Nick just complain about a sport people can die in?
Oh, fascinating. Also, Steve says, don't risk your life for football. I've got some concerns for Iowa Stibs. And finally, Jimmy Allen. Iowa Stibs. I like this. That's a good name. Is After Hours on tonight?
Yeah, Jimmy's out in the hallway right now.
Jimmy quoting Nick, don't risk your life for football, in all caps. How does he have qualifications for this job? Wow.
I'm a good producer.
He's a good producer.
And the contrast is hilarious.
There you go.
It's like a sitcom.
It is good contrast. That's true.
Can we do what you say?
No, that's why the music's playing.
Okay, cool. How are you?
Fine.
I just bought a hoodie or a sweatshirt that says pee pee poo poo pee pee poo poo. Ugly Christmas sweater. I bought that during the break.
You bought that?
I love that. Yeah, I need it for an ugly Christmas sweater appearance at Monolithic Brewing a couple Saturdays from now. All right.
Saints Wire described last night's 5th straight loss, the longest losing streak under Sean Payton, as hitting rock bottom. John, care to tell me? I'm not going to say that.
Gumbo munchers.
I'm not going to say that.
Gumbo munchers.
I like gumbo.
I do too.
How erroneous that statement is. It sounds like a slur.
Saints fan, you don't know when you've hit rock bottom. It's not something you can declare in the moment.
Also, they're Saints fans. They hit rock bottom a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
This is fine. It's just a losing streak.
Your team went 1-15 one year, and people literally came to the stadium with bags over their heads. I think that might have been rock bottom.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, you're still using Taysom Hill as a quarterback, so there's a lot more bottom to go.
Whoa. Look, when you lose to the best team in the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys, you do not need to view it as hitting rock bottom. Also, okay, in all seriousness, they had a million injuries. Like, Saints, chill out. You'll be fine. Maybe.
Will they?
Well, not at quarterback.
Taysom Hill.
Not at quarterback.
I lost my thing. There we go. The NFL on CBS Twitter account has identified how the Detroit Lions will make this year's playoffs. How realistic does that seem?
Not realistic because, Nick, it would require the Detroit Lions to win every game they have for the rest of the season. If you, John, just view it from...
Which they would finish 8-1, right?
What are they, 0-10-1 right now?
I thought they were 0-8.
They're 0-10-1, so they'd finish 6-10-1. Now, here's the thing, though. Of course, the hardest part about this is the Lions winning out. So if you just do, because on FanDuel, promo code Josh162, they have the next 2 weeks worth of lines. If I did a 2-team parlay of the Lions to win those games, it is quite the payout just based off of those 2 games. You got plus 265 and plus 315. So right there, it's very, very difficult. It's not happening. My favorite part about this, though, this scenario, is that it requires the Cowboys to win all their games. You know, it's a lot of the other NFC East teams losing, but not my glorious Dallas Cowboys. Thank you.
I'm just glad someone had the time to actually do this.
Awesome.
And either they enterprised it themselves or an editor came in and said, you know what? We need something interesting for our Twitter account. How about you drop a scenario where the Lions make the playoffs? Somebody had to think of this idea.
Right?
Kudos to you.
Yeah, we should have done that ourselves.
Good luck, Chance. Last night, the NBA featured the largest win in the history of the sport when the Grizzlies beat the Thunder 152-79. But if that wasn't enough, Jeremiah Robinson Earl put up a minus 56 plus minus.
That's a statistic.
Okay.
You said it plus minus.
Is that the most amazing stat in sports history?
No. By the way, poor Jeremiah Robinson Earl, former Villanova Wildcat.
Brutal.
That's not that amazing in that they just left him out there as a sacrificial lamb. It's just like, hey, we gotta play 5 guys. You're gonna be one of them. So good luck. And the fact that he was minus 56 when the deficit was, what was the deficit? 52-21. So 73-point win.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he still had a few points left to give in terms of being out there the whole time.
Yeah, at least he wasn't out there for all of the negative
at least
points.
He wasn't minus 73.
Oh, how
does that happen, though?
So the best part about him, so he, like we said, negative 56 points. He was out there for 24 minutes. So when he was on the floor, every minute, John, they were -2. He's out there for 5 minutes. Oh, they're down by an extra 10. He's out there for 10. They're down by an extra 20.
That is pretty bad.
That's horrible. Is it the best stat of all time? No. That's a great summer topic. Let's put a pin in this and talk about it in July. What's your favorite sports statistics? But, man, this is pretty good.
Thunder, congratulations.
Wow.
You know how to tank.
Wow.
You know how to tank.
What an ass whooping. Plus minus.
The Phoenix Suns set a franchise record with their 18th straight win last night. Remember all the controversy with Suns owner Robert Sarver and charges of racism? Seems like these guys aren't distracted at all.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because we all do this, right? We'll have a conversation about a sports team and, oh, hey, how are they going to get over this? And, oh, man, they got a lot of controversy. And, oh, how are they going to focus on things? We're adults. We've worked professionally for, a few years together. It's not like everything here has always been copacetic inside the office. And, it happens. You go to work and you do your job. And everything else that is going to happen around you, whether it's with complete upper management all the way down to the coworkers that you spend the most time with, which in this case is the fellow teammates, you have to do your own job. So it's a really good team led by a really good player, a Hall of Famer in Chris Paul with some really good pieces around him. I don't know if we should be as surprised by this as maybe we want to be. If anything, we should just be surprised that a team in the NBA is able to win 18 in a row because that doesn't happen that often.
I said as much when this story first broke, that while the rest of us were just getting wind of what Sarver was being accused of over the course of several years, all of this stuff was already institutional knowledge inside the organization. And so the only thing that had changed was it became public. But in some ways, it's like it's like freeing to the players. Hey, now we don't have to worry about, pretending to keep up, appearances. Now everyone, the whole world knows what kind of an individual this person is. We can just go out and play basketball. This doesn't bother us because we've already been playing under this. Now everyone can focus all the negative energies towards him. And the Suns were a really good team last year. No reason to think that they couldn't continue.
Do it
now,
again, yeah.
18 in a row is impressive. What would really be impressive is they could set the all-time NBA record, which is
33. Los Angeles Lakers, 1972.
MLB commish Rob Manfred called the lockout bad for our business, but necessary. Union head Tony Clark said the owner's move was unnecessary and provocative. Cause for long-term concern or typical posturing at the start of a labor dispute.
Oh, very much posturing. I mean, now some of the things that they're arguing about, they are quite a ways apart, like when free agency kicks in, the competitive balance tax, which is essentially a salary cap, the start of arbitration, revenue sharing. I saw a graphic. I wonder if I still have it. I saw a graphic yesterday that indicated, where the difference was between the owner's revenues and the payout. And I know we focus a lot when somebody like, Chris Taylor gets $32 million a year. Like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. But here I'm looking at this graphic. This is player payroll as a share of total league revenues.
Ooh, that's a good stat.
It peaked in the early 2000s, about 66%. Ever since then, it has been on a steady decline. And as of 2015, this is as far as the information goes, but as of 2015, player payroll only accounted for about 38%.
And where was the peak at again?
66%.
Oh, wow. Almost halved.
So it's hard for me to sit back and, fret too much about the owners.
Good.
This is typical day one. This is typical day one stuff. They'll end up working it out. There's a long ways to go before any spring training games get dumped.
Yeah, to answer the original question, this is 100% the early posturing. This is what has to happen. Both sides are going to have to make their arguments. It makes sense.
The Wisconsin Badgers begin renovating one of their end zones this week. They won't have a parking garage, but it looks pretty cool nonetheless. How long before Nebraska does something similar?
Yeah, it was funny. The tweet from Wisconsin, the first one was, so we're doing this, and it had a lot of construction going on in one of their end zones. This is the end zone that does not have the student section. So if you're watching on television, it's the one on the right side of the screen, not the left. I think, honestly, John, that we are probably within 5 years of learning what Nebraska is going to do with Memorial Stadium. And the only reason I say 5 is because they got to figure out the rest of their fundraising for their practice facility, workout area, yada, yada, yada. I really think that this is something Trev wants to get done as soon as possible. I didn't really talk about it this week on Monday, because a lot of other stuff happened. But going to the game with my dad was another reminder, and you were there, so I'm sure you can speak to it too, just how antiquated that stadium can be and how not fun the experience could be at times. We got lucky. We just stood the whole game. Because people in front of us were standing, so we didn't have to sit. But, man, it was a tight fit when we did. So I think within 5 years is when Nebraska makes the announcement on whatever they're going to do next to Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, it's the renovation of the stadium, a serious renovation of the stadium is really the next big project.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you get the football facility done, by the way, which is the second football facility in 15 years.
You're right, yeah.
But once they get that part of it done, the focus is going to be inside the stadium, and it's going to be reducing capacity, increasing comfort, and increasing the ability to flow. And it's going to come in stages because in order to, there's no way Nebraska is going to be able to do what Texas A&M did, which was literally gut the stadium and start over and get it done in a year.
Yeah.
But you've got better weather, and they were willing to pay the price to get that fast of construction done. That can't be done here. But over phases, the stadium's going to be a lot different in 10 to 15 years than it is right now.
Will any Nebraska assistant coaches be announced officially before 2 p.m. on Monday?
Well, we had one officially announced today, but that will be the only one we hear about officially.
Officially, not reports.
A Keith Mann press release type announcement.
No?
Oh, man. I think we will.
So it's not going to be the Army guy?
No,
Army Hammer?
That's my prediction. Not going to be the Army guy.
A Maryland man burned his house down trying to fight a snake infestation. How far would you two go to avoid snakes?
Not that far. So he just had a snake in his house and he decided to burn his house.
Snakes,
in
multiple.
his house.
I called the snake people.
He brought in
Snake
coals.
people.
He was going to try to smoke them out. But the coals,
How'd that work?
The coals got too close to other flammable objects, and the heat started the fire, and the house burned
His
down.
insurance isn't going to give him.
His
money.
insurance is going to
Should
have
have
an
got
issue
snake
with him.
insurance.
I would call a snake guy. I would leave my home and I would call a snake guy. And I'd take Banks. Banks would be at work with us right now.
I can't imagine.
Why wouldn't Banks just get the snake for you?
Oh, he'd love to get the snake, I'm guessing.
Was it so bad? Was this like Indiana Jones? You know, when he was going after the Ark of the Covenant and he got stuck in the room with all the snakes? It wasn't that bad, was it?
It might have been. And if Indiana Jones is afraid of snakes, that means it's okay for me to be afraid
Nick,
of snakes.
no
I'm
one's making fun of you for
Indiana
being
Jones.
afraid. It's
burning your
I
house
would
down to
burn
get
my
rid of them.
house down to get rid of them.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
First of all, you
feel
don't have a
bad
house.
for all the people
Stop
that live in
rubbing it
Nick's
in,
apartment
Josh.
building.
I don't have a house either.
Sorry, all you people I put out on the street. I had to burn the apartment building down.
I saw. Okay, if there's a snake in my apartment, that's
There's
a
a
problem.
snake in my place.
Coming up next, it's the Elite Sportsbook Bet of the Day on 1620 The Zone.
Live from the Host Coffee Studio, this is 1620 The Zone.
If it's after lunch, I probably wouldn't have fed him to the tight. I get a little ornery when I'm hungry, and timing is everything, people. That's why my Sportsbook app has live in-game betting for football. I don't care if the game is already started.